Okay, hello. Hope everybody is doing great. So, I have been chosen for recap. Let me see what I have in my notes. Yep, I wrote like 2 sentences.
Goblins.
So, what?
Notes.
Sexy goblins, question mark?
Goblins?
Oh, it's plural now.
No.
Ooh, deals are working if there's more than one now.
So, the party, in recent sessions,
Yes.
helped the dead Philemon Tarlock to become a nature spirit, got some druid pouches, were able to kill some ghasts and free their souls with the pouches, went back to Canifis for a little bit and rested for a few days, went back through the swamp, finally were able to locate Mort'ton, started having a look through the town, and while they were searching the apothecary's dilapidated old building, they had a run-in with some shades. Some of your characters have received some strength score damage, which I hope you have kept track of.
Yeah, definitely Jared. Jared definitely doesn't have
I think it's in the chat.
Totally not at base 8 strength. I've been affected. I've been afflicted.
Let's see. From what I see in the chat, we have Oz at 3 strength out of 10. Dermo at 4 strength out of 10. And I guess those are the only 2 people that got hit because that's all that I see.
Oh, you're telling me I'm just this weak? Cool.
Let's see. Also, because I got distracted before, or I guess, while you were searching the apothecary's place, you will have found, and I think we took care of this part already, but you found a couple of materials, some of which are usable as potion materials. But you also will have found a notable small book that appears to be in relatively good condition. Let's see.
Writing on it?
Not on the cover. Let's see, and then also right at the end of the session, the party was approached by a bat, which landed in this tree here, and delivered a short message, which I have to scroll up in the chat to see because I have a bunch of hidden messages from when I was messing around.
Got a message for you. Your hands
I
on.
do not remember that.
Horrible affliction. Stay away. Dangerous
This one.
shades.
Yeah, right now we get the notification. Yeah, they're fighting
Yeah,
a bunch of
right.
shit.
There was a little bit of a server lag there. Came a little late.
You should really stand on the outside of town and get people instead of on the inside of town and deliver it. I'm a messenger bird. Caught. Well, you should really use your wings to deliver messages more.
So that's that. I think that will bring us to where we will get started for today. Also, Dermo is still in the form of a crocodile for now.
Right, I was like, where did that come from? Took me a second.
It's Dermo. I think his token is underneath. Yeah, there it
Play
is.
last week?
No, we skipped a week because I was out of town.
That's why my brain's in a fog right now on everything. Got it. I read my notes, but even the bat thing at the end, I don't remember that. Yep. Gibble's dead, right? Gibble needs to be...
He did get, he got beat the shit out of by one of these afflicted people.
Good for him. Couldn't happen to a better familiar. Because we probably feel bad about it.
It was bad. It was, dead fucking quick.
I mean, Striggy's the glue that holds this party together, so if something happened to Striggy, I think we'd all fall apart.
True.
This is very true.
Yeah. So that's why he's the eye in the sky.
He has a better passive than all of us combined.
Yeah, he's got like a 38 passive perception. The DM's only got like a 29 or something. It's ridiculous.
It's pretty strong.
It's like
I
he's
will
like
admit.
reading from a book that we don't even know exists. Anywho, we need a recap, don't we, DM?
I just gave a
He just
recap.
gave it.
Did you roll it on yourself again?
Yeah, that's what I just did for like 2
Well,
minutes.
you gave, yeah, but you gave like a recap of the last 4 months, so I didn't know if you were just doing that for like stream or like.
I mean, it's for everyone.
Fair.
It's rated E.
Yeah.
So we finished looting the apothecary.
Yes. You found some potion materials and a book that has yet to be examined.
Yeah, I'll look at the book and I'll open it. Does it look like a language I can understand?
Just barely. It's written in common.
What?
Sorry.
It appears to be a journal of sorts, which has a series of short entries, written by someone by the name of Herbie Flax. It documents a little bit of, at a very quick glance, it documents some research of some kind. You can spend some time reading through it.
Yeah, I'll come over to Oz with it and I'll like start reading out kind of bits of it. I'm like, it looks like a journal.
Are we gonna ignore the bat that just talked to us?
Say what? Talking animal? We got an owl, and have you not seen my rat? It's probably just somebody's familiar nearby giving us a warning. And I start looking around and I read out of the book. Like it's like a normal day to share. It's just a talking bat.
Fair
Whatever.
enough.
It's just a talking. It's whatever. There's warlocks everywhere. It's Mortania, dude. What are you? So yeah, do you wanna do something about the bat? I'm like, this journal seems interesting. Like day-to-day life here. Maybe we can see what's happening with these people. I'm gonna like go towards the end of the journal as Oz reacts. And just kind of see what the last entries in the journal look like.
The last several pages are blank, but at the very back, there is what appears to be a table with some entries and then like a numerical value for each of the entries.
We'll tear that page out when Oz turns to go look at the bat, and I'll pocket it.
Okay.
And then I will hand the book over to Zephylos and explain that this probably has some detail, maybe, into what's going on in the town.
Yeah, you'll have to study it in detail. Really break it down, you know.
And then I'll follow Oz wherever he ends up going with the bat. I'm sure he's curious.
Having just delivered the message, the bat is waiting in the tree.
Where can we find the non-afflicted?
Are you asking the bat?
Yeah,
It just looks at you.
that's the return message.
Also, how do we prevent affliction would be good. I'll suggest while the bat is about to take off or whatever it ends up doing. Those two things would be useful, right?
Okay, so it was where can you find the non-afflicted?
Yeah,
and-
I mean, from a medicine, was this a message? We're sending 30 words. It'll be interesting where it cuts off.
Yeah, you have a 25-word limit, but
Yeah,
you
so
don't know that.
What did he say? And then I'll say what I said again, and then you cut it off.
I think it's actually less than 25 words.
It might have
Is
been,
it?
but all I said was, and also, how do we prevent ourselves from being afflicted or something, right? It wasn't many, it was like 10 words. It might have been 25.
Alright, what's your final answer?
Yeah, it's like, that's our message if it's 25. I don't know what Zach said exactly.
I said, where do we find the non-afflicted?
Non-afflicted's hyphenated, but it counts as 2, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say either 6 or
Sure.
7 words, depending on how you count the hyphenation.
And then I think I asked, and also, how do we prevent ourselves from being inflicted? So 20, what are we at? That's at 17? We're fine.
That's
yeah.
probably fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
17
Yeah,
or-
the bat will give like a little pleasant little squeak, and then it will fly off to the east-ish direction.
I'm gonna yell, Zephylos, send your owl after it.
I will do exactly that.
Okay.
Owl, send your Cephalos after it.
But I do let him know, I'm like, once Striggy leaves 100 feet of me, I can't see what Striggy sees, right?
That's fine.
I thought you could see it, but you couldn't control it.
Well, you don't know what Striggy sees until he comes back in range, and then his stuff's updated, right? That's how.
No, but like, he can kind of talk to me.
I mean, he has his own like sentience. Like you could tell him to go explore a range, right?
Yes,
Or sapiens.
but it's still as smart as an owl, which is pretty smart. But like, it won't be complex. It would have been better if I just went myself.
Fair.
Yeah, it can go and do stuff by itself at long ranges, but what it will be able to communicate back to Zephylos, even telepathically, will be limited. It'll be able to tell you like, oh, there's like this many number of humanoids or like other creatures, or like it could lead you somewhere, but it wouldn't be able to describe how someone looks or like exactly what type of creature something is.
Because we don't like mind meld; it's a telepathic bond. I only see what they see when like I'm actively looking through their vision, which has a range of 100 feet.
Yeah. Anyway, so you send the owl, and as you if you were to peer through its senses as it begins to follow the bat for just a couple of seconds before it gets out of range, the bat either doesn't take notice of the owl or doesn't care that it's being followed.
Should we follow? What do you get? What are you getting, Zephylos? What's the bat saying, or what's the owl saying?
Well, it's just traveling. Maybe we should follow because there's no harm in that.
Oh, there's no harm in it until we die.
Well, I mean, we're either here with zombies or we're there with answers.
They don't look like zombies.
They look like, well, sick people. For certain.
We'll have to check that journal out more when we get more time. Maybe there's something leading up to what happened. Maybe there's more journals. The apothecary would have been a good spot. Maybe people coming in towards the budding moments of the plague, looking for things to find cures. You know what I mean? Like maybe there's reports of people coming in looking for something. And then they stopped reporting because even the apothecary turned over to whatever this disease is. You know what I mean? No.
Well,
Or
so
left.
Or he left. Yeah, but why would he leave without his journal?
Could have left
because he
in a
left in
hurry.
a rush.
Yeah, the shop did kind of look abandoned, didn't it? Where would you go though? It's like what? You're gonna run 2 days out of a swamp? It's just odd. Should we follow though?
Yeah, I will.
Sure.
Once Cephalos says it's fine, I mean, I have no reason not to.
I mean,
So
I'm not going to say it's fine, but we could go attempt anyways.
the
It
bat
was
will
fine
be
in essence.
the bat will be moving at its regular full speed, which will be not super easy to catch up with, but like moving at like a full pace, you can just barely kind of keep up with it.
What's its speed, so I know what
It's-
animal I need to be?
Its flying speed is 30, so
So like normal speed. Then.
I don't know that it would be like dashing per se for like long distance travel. Probably not. So it'd be moving. Like if you guys moved at a quick pace, you could keep up with it probably. We'll say that.
We do that.
Okay, so
we do that.
let's move on to the map. You don't own any token with vision in this scene. Why is it saying that? Get out of here. Yes, I do.
Maybe it's because you don't own any tokens with vision in this scene.
But you're
I
the
certainly
DM.
don't.
You are every token with vision in that scene.
You know what? You're my token.
Oh yeah?
No.
Oh, okay.
So, you guys end up hiking very quickly to the east of Mort'ton. Not enough to move one square on the map, but because it's only about 20 minutes. But you're feeling, you might be feeling a little bit winded at this point due to the fast pace, and also because, hang on, aren't half of you guys like encumbered now because your strength scores went down?
Oh,
Wait
wait,
a
yeah,
minute.
we need to figure that out. Hold up.
That might be important.
Well, I'm still the Galligator, right?
You are the crocodile for 1 hour, so you can make it in crocodile form.
Because my strength should be raised temporarily, or is it reduced in croc form?
It is set to whatever the crocodile is supposed to be.
Okay, so yeah, I'm not encumbered then during this time, so I can chase it for an hour.
Yeah, okay.
Plus, when you change all your gear,
Yeah, your gear melts anyway, so it
Yeah.
wouldn't even really matter.
Matter, yeah. Are you
I'm
a
just
crocodile or
going-
an alligator? There is a difference, right?
Crocagator.
Because you know it's a crocodile because you'll see it in a while, but an alligator you won't see till later.
I get it. I'm not laughing, but I get it.
I just want you to know that there are people dying all around the world, and
Yeah.
sometimes I wish I was one of them.
And none of them heard that
Me
joke.
too,
It's the
every
real
day.
loss. The good news is once you hit a certain age, your body can't keep up with cell production, and you technically are dying slowly. Also, every time
You
you
think
breathe,
that's
you
birth?
over-oxidize blood cells, and every time you over-oxidize blood cells, and you can't replenish them at that point, you're dying from breathing. It's pretty exciting to think about. There's a point, guys. We'll get there.
Okay, so let's see.
Okay, back to D&D.
Dermo. You guys could probably just like hand off like bits of gear to like make up for the
Could I be a pack
difference in
alligator?
encumbrance, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
Can I be a packagator?
If you have a backpack that fits a crocodile,
No, because I mean, like, people could just put their bag on top of me as I go places.
Like as a pack mule.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
the level to which you guys are going to be encumbered by this happening is not so much that I'm gonna worry about it. Anyway, so you travel about 20 minutes at a quick pace to the east of
Nice.
Mort'ton. At which point you can see up ahead the let me see if I have any idea what is with this guy. Okay, cool. At which point you see the bat head toward the ground, out of the sky, toward what looks to be a tight grouping of some bushy plants, where in fact you see the bat, land on someone's arm, who you can now
What a
see.
bird-like bat.
Bird-like bat. The bat lands on a man's arm who is wearing some long, sort of drab, brown clothing.
Could I tell him
How far
that
away
he should
are they?
get a new outfit?
You guys are staying just behind the bat by less than 100 feet, so not very far.
Yeah, I don't want to approach him yet because I don't know what this. It's a swamp. He could be eating us. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
The chances that he's not eating us is higher.
With let's see.
not by much. I did the math in my head. It's not
Would
much higher.
Driggy try to be remaining unseen? I don't know. I guess he wouldn't really be able to make a stealth check anyway. Because he's just in the open. But you see the bat land on this guy's arm and like hang upside down from his finger.
Oh, that's adorable.
And you assume that it delivers the other half of the message because he leans in to listen to what the bat is saying, but you're a little too far away to hear it.
Don't listen to me. He's lying.
It's likely two very handsome men's voice.
Well, I don't know. You then see, let's see, what is the casting time? Oh, it's only, yeah, okay.
You can't trust a word he says. Kill him now.
He then begins to, cast, you hear him, like, shout a vocal component of some spell, speak a few words a little bit too quiet to hear quite exactly, once again, and then the bat takes off.
Where does it go? Back to where
Let's see. Have you tried to hide yourselves?
I mean, we're 100 feet off, and I don't want to be seen. I think is what I said.
I'm
So
a crocodile.
I'm gonna try to be like relatively stealthy, and if the party's not being stealthy, I'll break away from them to be stealthy.
Okay.
I'll break away from the party to not be stealthy.
Not
There
be
you go.
stealthy.
I'll be like the obvious person approaching, and they'll be like on the side, you know.
I like this plan.
On his way out, can I? Nah, I'll wait. I'll hold it.
Yeah. So the plan is Zephylos won't bother hiding. He'll just approach, and he'll let the
Oh,
others
oh,
attempt to
no.
hide. And maybe if things go south, then they can get a jump on him. You know.
So, the bat will take off once again, heading back toward the direction from which you guys came. And when it sees Zephylos kind of being sort of obvious, not trying to stay hidden, it will swoop down and land on a nearby reedy plant and deliver a new message, which is the
Near
following.
Zephylos?
Next to Zephylos, yes.
Okay.
Which is the following. No healthy people remain. All have been afflicted. The cause is unknown. Stay away. This comes in the same voice as what you heard previously.
What's he doing while while the bat?
And so, yeah, as the man, the man notices the bat swoop down, like as soon as he let it go, and then at that point he like peeks out of his little like shrubs,
Shit, he knows.
and at first he's like a little cautious to approach. He takes several seconds to kind of examine. I guess Zephylos is the one that's made himself obvious. He doesn't come up right away.
Well, Zephylos will close a different distance. He'll have Striggy land on his arm, and yeah, he'll approach and he'll say, "I got your message."
Oh, so I suppose you followed my friend here back. Did you spend much time in that village?
Only a couple
No.
of days.
Not really.
Throw
I
him off.
snooped around a little bit, fought some of those weird shadow monsters, but otherwise, no, I wasn't there for long.
Oh, good. If you were in there, you must have seen what happened. I've been trying to see if I can learn anything about it, but I have been wary of getting close.
Yeah, I have no idea either. It seems to be two problems at once. The people are clearly ill, as you say, afflicted. Seem to be mindlessly wandering. But
Indeed.
again, there's those shadow monsters too that came from the ground.
Ah, yes, I believe I saw them lurking about. I have not dared to get close to them either.
Yeah, well, they were tough. They resisted most of my efforts, but I'm here.
What brings you down here? You don't look like the typical Mauritanian folk.
No way.
racist.
Was it the ethereal armor or the accent that gave it away?
Both, but
A
also
little
the
bit of A, a little
way,
bit of B.
perhaps the way you carry yourself. Not quite as
With our
beaten
legs?
down and broken as
I'll
most.
take it as a compliment, I
You're
guess.
saying you
but
don't walk like you're broke.
Joke's on him. I'm critically in debt because of wizard tuition fees.
Jokes on him. I'm a charlatan background,
Still
and
working on his
my
student
secondary
loans.
my secondary disguise is someone who isn't broke. I play a non-broke person as a disguise.
But yeah, I'll say no. I'm not from here. I'm from the Kingdom of Misselin. I'm in search of the Myreque.
What for?
Well, I got a bit of a bone to pick, and I heard that this group has a similar bone to pick, and I was told I can find them here.
At this point, he's like slowly been kind of coming out of his little hidey spot and getting
I'm
a
proud
little
of him.
closer, getting allowing you to see him a little bit better, but and allowing himself to get a better look at you. And once you start explaining what it is that you're looking for, he like comes much closer to you and really tries to get a close look. Do you have your helmet thing on?
I do.
Always.
I, like whenever I'm mage armored, I look like the Kuror set.
Right. Okay.
When I'm not mage armored up, I'm just in like gray robes and a hood.
Yeah, he's like Kuror, but he actually
He'll
doesn't fail us.
it's obvious that your armor is magical, right?
Yeah, like it's mage armor, so it's ethereal.
Yeah. Okay.
I wasn't,
So
I wasn't
but
calling you, but
it's
yeah,
not translucent though.
that's nice.
It's
No.
I
acid.
put extra on it.
So
I
let me
put
look at
twice
the
as much as
description of mage
yesterday.
armor real quick. It's like it's shimmery armor. It's clearly magical
Mm-hmm.
and like a construct of magic. I wouldn't know if it's like see through or not. I don't think it goes that far into detail. So I'll check.
Yeah, I guess we'll say that it's not.
I mean, I always imagine mage armor is like ethereal and it covers you, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
how is it described technically? I don't even know.
I guess it's up to the player.
Well, you know what? Tasha's Cauldron of Everything clearly states I can flavor my magic however I
That's the
want.
point of it, right?
Exactly.
Mine is
So-
just a big cloak, so why
So
can't
how
yours
would
be-
yours look?
Because mommy Tasha says I get to pick,
God, isn't she?
I am going to make the executive decision that it's not see-through.
Okay,
Is
so with
it has a
that being understood, as this man comes closer, he'll start to try to get a better look at you, and he'll be like, would you be so kind as to remove your headpiece?
Do the Mando thing. Do the Mando thing.
What's it called? As he's getting a closer look at me, I'm also getting a closer look at him. This guy's just like a human, right?
He looks like a human. Yeah, he's got regular color skin, normal colored eyes. He doesn't appear to have abnormally long teeth. He's got a long blonde beard, short hair.
Wait, why do you say that like that?
What?
Well, I guess because he assumes I'd be suspicious of vampires, which is
Oh,
a
okay.
correct assumption. That was my first jump.
What
have
were you
seen a
thinking
couple
of?
so far.
I just love that you led with he doesn't have weird teeth, and you're like, just like that's a
Said
normal
nor-
thing.
I
What
thought you
else
said he had
would it
like
be
normal
for?
pale skin first and then
Great.
hair, right?
He's not a vampire and he's
I
not
said
British.
normal
Thank
colored
God.
skin.
Yeah, normal colored skin, which means he's not infected for one. He's just
As in not green and not gray.
pale and not pale.
No, I just love the teeth thing. It just felt out of place for a second, and it was just funny.
But yeah,
Does
no,
he have all his teeth, or is this the general store guy?
Oh my god. He's got
but
most
yeah,
of his teeth.
At his request, I'll do the hand gesture of like mimicking taking off a helmet, and
Yeah.
the mage armor will make the helmet disappear.
So he carries like a stick, and after he gets a look at your face, he'll like take the stick and kind of like poke at the space like immediately around yourself. And you can make an Arcana check.
All right. Do I get a bonus because I think I already know what he's doing?
No,
Excellent.
but it's a low DC.
Okay. Because, sir,
I'm
I'm
watching
not.
the bushes.
I'm not casting disguise self, sir. I promise. This isn't an illusion. This is just my face.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so
Pretty good modifier.
based on the way he's observing you and like waving the stick around, you probably you're pretty certain that he's checking for an illusory disguise. So he like waves the stick like immediately around the outline of your body and like pokes you with it once or twice. He doesn't clarify what he's doing, by the way. He just does it.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm a wizard. But you know what? Guess what, buddy? I can do the same thing. I'm gonna like eventually just like I don't have a stick, so I'm just kind of Striggy like fly and start like I don't know, like land on the guy and like I don't know, like peck at like the side of his head a couple times. You know, same concept.
He lets him do it.
GM, while this is going on, I'm curious what this dude's doing out here in the middle of nowhere. Is there like a tent or something where he's shacked up?
So
Looking around
while you've been sitting around, you've been able to get a peek at the area that he came out of, and yes, there's a small. You can tell that there's a small tent in there, and there's probably some other things lying around immediately in that vicinity.
I would like to. You said just the vicinity or the tent?
Immediately around the tent, within the
Like adventuring
within
gear,
the foliage covered area.
like the same.
Yeah,
stuff
like there's
going out?
a little fire pit and a spit.
Okay.
Hey guys, if it helps, just imagine that Zephylos and this guy are like two dogs first meeting each other.
Yeah, it's clear how two wizards meet each other. We poke each other with our sticks and birds. You
Yeah,
know?
dogs smell each other's butts. Wizards check for illusions.
Yeah, common protocol.
Exactly.
It would be rude not to.
Yeah,
Just don't
no,
look.
now that we've gotten that out of the way, I'll have Striggy return to me, or actually, I'll have Striggy go back to her pocket dimension. She'll like fly into my shadow and like shadow meld.
Yep.
But,
DM, is he looking at me whatsoever? Like me in crocodile form?
Oh yeah, are you just also out in the open?
I follow Zephylos everywhere. I am his lapdog.
Okay,
You know
and
this.
where's Oz located? Is he also hidden?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'd be near him then if he was.
All right,
also
that's fine.
trying to
That's fine. Yeah, the crocodile now he will look behind Zephylos and notice, and he'll be like, "Is that your friend?"
yeah,
Can the crocodile, like, I know they don't really use their neck properly, but could I try to, like, nod yes as a crocodile?
Yeah.
I will try my best to nod as a crocodile, which I don't think is in their wheelhouse.
You I mean, they can move their heads a little bit at least, but you make a motion that's like a forced sort of nodding motion.
Like I'm doing
as
the worm.
a crocodile. And he goes, "Oh, all right. Good, because I thought you were about to be eaten."
No, yeah, he's with me. He's not quite himself right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he's fine. He's fine.
Okay.
So you haven't answered my question though. I've
what
shown
was
you
your
I'm not-
question?
I'm
He puts a
looking
stick
for
away.
the Myreque. Do you know anything of them?
Maybe. The question is, do I know whether I should tell you anything about him? Did you give me your name, sir?
Yes, I can. My name is Zephylos.
Hmm.
I'm from Draenor in Misselin. I'm not from here.
Yeah. Cyrig Paddlehorn. At your service.
The hell of a name. Oh, it's the dude. Yes, we need to know this guy from like a meta standpoint. Nice. It's the guy who saves us a bunch of travel to get here.
It's the fast travel guy.
We want to be best friends with this guy. I'm still
Yeah, you
sneaky,
definitely do. No.
We want to be
You
best
just
friends.
you just instantly pop out of the bush like, hey,
No,
it's the
no,
fast
no,
travel guy.
Definitely not. It clicked it. Stab got it just now. You know what I mean?
The NPC is like, did someone say fast travel?
No, Jared's
Ooh,
still hella
fast
sus.
travel.
Hella sus of this guy. He's considering going invisible and just seeing what's in his tent just to be like, maybe this guy's not trustworthy. But did we get a long rest? No, I think I
Nope.
used it. Invisible.
No.
Okay,
No,
I definitely,
not
yeah,
since the
I
last
don't want to
time.
burn my last spell slot then. It's just not worth it to me. But he's thinking about it quietly in the bush with Oz. I'm like, should I go check out what this guy's about in his tent?
Let Zevlos see what he can figure out first.
I'll nod quietly with an open mouth.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zephylos will say, Cyric, was it?
Yes.
Yes. Again, I have a bone to pick with the vampires of these lands to specify and be less vague.
How can that
Um,
be? You said you were not from here.
Well, you see, the thing about vampires and living a long time is they've screwed over in the past, and those consequences have carried forward. First and foremost, we actually had a mild vampire situation out west. One must have been trapped on our side of the salve,
Really?
and we dealt with it. It's very dead. Me and my traveling companions. I gesture loosely to the crocodile. And there's even
So
one
good, though.
on the
My
salve.
companion's plural, just a single crocodile.
A single crocodile.
Yeah.
That's great.
I say, no, at Paterdomus, the temple on the ridge of the salve.
Hmm.
Some cultists even smuggled one across the river. I don't even know how, but it
Oh.
was there in the flesh, and I dealt with that one too.
That's odd.
Yeah. So, the King of Mistlin has ordered me and my companions to investigate what's the ongoings of Mauritania and if it has any threat to the crown to the west. But also, there is personal stakes here. Again, they wronged people I'm close to in the
I
past.
see. Well, I can take you to where the Myreque are and tell you a little bit more about them. But at the same time, I
Don't want to.
am not entirely sure whether or not I can trust one just based on a story. I'm sure you'll understand. I shall need something more.
Okay, how can I build
Did you
this trust?
you went into the village? Yes, I've been trying to figure out what's going on inside there. Did you find any information that would be helpful in understanding what has happened to the village?
Possibly, actually. I have this journal here. I haven't had a chance to peek through it. I kind of got distracted by the speaking bat. And it's from an apothecary shop. So if anyone has insight to the curse, if it's something, like an illness, perhaps it would have been their apothecary.
Oh, may I see that?
Yeah, please, by all means.
He flips through it a little bit. He's like, "Did you have a read of this yet?"
No, I haven't touched it myself.
Okay.
Tell him your traveling companion, then gesture to the crocodile again, saying that he skimmed it. Keep playing that. I love it.
He doesn't quite seem to read it in full, but he flips through it just within a couple of seconds. Huh. I think maybe this could use some more close examination. Seems to be something to do with someone trying to find a cure. I wonder if maybe there's anything in here that can help us. Help them, anyway.
Well, I mean, give me some time, I can give it a good pour over. I'm quite the academic.
Yes, why don't you... Here, if you can spend some time trying to help me figure out what's happened to these townsfolk, I will gladly take you to the Myreque. That way I can know at least that your motives are noble.
Fair. I think that's completely reasonable. Also, I was
He
in the
hands the
apothecary
book
shop.
back to you.
Yeah, I'll take it. I was in the shop with our good friend Jared, right? Or Garrett?
You were.
Yeah. Jared
Is
was
it
in the
Gip or
apothecary
Jared?
with you. Yeah, Jared. It's with a G, but it's got
Okay.
the
I'm just
it's got the giraffe G, if you will.
Okay. Oh my god.
Right.
But yeah.
That's no goke.
Yeah, I was in the apothecary with him. So I saw you yoink a page, right?
I did it stealthily, I believe, unless you were looking for it. I wasn't near you. I was more near Oz, if anything. If anyone
question.
saw me do it, I think Oz would have.
So one thing actually about this journal is that it looks to be in good condition. So if one were to read it carefully, you would notice a torn page.
For sure. But if anyone saw me do it, then they'd be accusing me.
I'm not sure whether someone would have seen you do it. Probably.
Yeah,
I feel like
I could do the sleight of hand on it
you could.
retroactively.
Yeah, why don't you do it? We'll have some fun.
Sure.
Dude, just
Yeah.
sleight of hand.
I mean,
It's definitely possible,
I was
but at the
definitely
same time,
Oz was nearby, but whether he would have seen
I
it
was
or not.
definitely paying attention to the bat.
Yeah, I figured as
13.
much. And I made a verbal note of that while
anybody
he
have a
swallowed
passive higher than 12?
I mean, within range of me, I guess.
Yeah.
Bird.
Bird, yeah.
Could-
Bird
I
was
don't know if
following.
the
Bird was following
bird-
bat. Bird was
I
following.
don't know that the
bat.
bird would count.
Bird was behind the bat.
So I feel like
though.
the bird wouldn't really know that there's anything wrong with that.
My passive. is
Anything
15,
suspicious
but,
about that?
like I said, I probably wasn't paying attention. So
If Oz wanted to see it, he could have.
Yeah, the only other person I can think of is Thermo, because he's a druid.
Yeah, but I don't really care. To be
Okay.
honest.
All right,
fair
nobody
enough.
saw you do it.
My guy, you guys could probably just straight up murder a guy on the street. He's chill. As long as you guys could explain well enough, he'd probably be like, okay.
That's great Zerosian behavior right there. As long as you explain yourself, anything goes. But yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll say I can read it over, but unfortunately, I think someone got to it first. It seems to be tampered with. There's a missing page. I don't know if it's
Oh.
important.
I guess we'll have to take a closer look to find out.
Maybe I can read the page before and the page after and try to get some context cues as to what might have been on it and why it would have been so important.
The missing page is the last page.
Of course it is.
Or the page you're looking at is the last page, and the page after it was just, we don't know, really, if it's the last page. You know what I mean?
It is-
Who's to say? Who's to say,
It is
really?
closest to the back cover.
Who's to say, really? We're making a lot of assumptions here, party.
Yeah. Well, this book seems to be written in such a way where it suggested that this page missing would be the last. And this book, now that I'm looking it over, is it like entries, so it's in chronological order?
So at this point, now that you can dedicate more than just a few minutes to looking at it, I will put the full thing in your handouts, but I will also help by just describing it.
Thing including the page that is tore out, DM, that we don't have access to?
I mean,
Do you want to spoil that? Just so that we don't see what we don't have, you know what I mean?
yeah, I can edit it out. Hang on.
Riveting.
All right, editor, cut it out.
Yeah, cut that.
Cut that. Cut that
Don't
out.
worry, we'll fix it in post.
Yeah, we'll do
The
it
thing
post.
editors love hearing.
It's job security whenever you hear in post. And whenever you hear like someone's using an auger on the set, it's job security because, in post hole digging, that's where posts go.
Yuck. Yuck.
Yeah, there it is.
Yuck.
Got him. Yup.
It's a pretty good goofy laugh actually.
Thank you.
Heel.
Yep.
You have some pretty
Guilty
powerful
you're
throat
on.
muscles there, Danny.
Okay, do you see the new thing in the player handouts folder that we very rarely use?
Diary of Herbie Flax.
There it is.
There it is.
Okay, so
Last page is torn.
this is a set of journal entries that have been dated every couple of days from like we'll say from 6 weeks ago, and then the last entry that has a date is from 2 weeks ago. Let's see. Like I said, the final page of the book has been torn out. There are several blank pages before the last page. And you can have a read of this yourself. But as you would read through these, you notice that the entries become more and more sort of frantic right towards the end.
Yeah.
As it would appear that this researcher had become sick from the affliction while trying to research it and never found a good cure for it. Eventually, there's 2 entries at the end that are completely unintelligible. Just like random scribblings of things that look kind of like letters.
That last page.
Before the blank pages.
That last page there looks like it has like even hieroglyphs or some kind of drawings. They're not showing it properly on my. What are they?
It is not. Oh, is it like?
It's doing like weird icons.
I put non-English characters in there because it is nonsensical writing. I don't know that showed up correctly on everyone's thing, but
I think these guys are aliens, guys. I'm gonna put this there. I'm putting it in chat. That's what it looks like for me. These guys are aliens.
I'll put a picture of what it's supposed to look like.
These guys are aliens. Yeah, okay, that looks way more like a. Ooh, hey, look at that. There's one of these.
Yeah, Zach's looks right. That's what it was supposed to look like.
Right at the end there, a little
smiley face.
Looks like everything's all right, you know. There's a smiley face emoji. I think we're good.
Yeah, it turned out okay.
Mine didn't load right apparently.
Or maybe that's a guy. Wait, 8 closed curly bracket P. It's a guy with a mustache doing a tongue out mouth.
Yeah, that's the apothecary guy. That's Herbie himself. He's like, everything's okay, emo.
Hey.
Everything's okay.
Oh yeah, yours was extra fun right at the end. I see that.
Did you get my DM, by the way?
Wait, let me see. Hang on.
I know we talked about it, but we didn't go into it.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe it tied something into that if you wanna. I don't know,
okay.
But I it's not why I did it.
Gotcha. Anyhow, I know that this is long, so I will give you guys a minute to read it.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I imagine that like this guy's not aggressive, right? Like, he looks like an old man in a
Doesn't
robe.
seem like it. He's like maybe 40, so an older man by medieval fantasy standards.
Yeah. Younger than our parents, but older than us. So, I'm gonna get up from the crouched position. Or I'm gonna whisper to Oz. I'm like, I'm gonna get out. My legs are killing me.
All right, I'll stay here.
He doesn't look like a threat.
He's getting a cramp.
You get, yeah, my leg's not. It's not until I'm getting the Charlie unicorn. I'm getting it right here. It's bad. It's bad, dude. You like that one? And I'm gonna stand up and touch my amulet, and I'm gonna try to cast friendship on the guy.
Oh
Wait,
shit!
I got
Okay.
No, I'm out.
What's going on here?
I didn't do it.
Or friends with him. I'm trying to cast friends with him.
Okay.
Let me do that real quick.
Yeah, can you ping that for me?
I believe it's an
I forget how
Arcana
it
check.
works
We haven't used it
exactly.
in forever. Yep, Arcana check, DC 10. Let me go ahead and do that. I can link it as well. I'm not good at it. I just have the amulet, you know. I didn't make it anyways. Oop. Yeah, I'm gonna obviously fail that. So I'm gonna get up and I'll be like guy can't poop in the woods in peace.
Oh, I forgot about this. This just
Yeah,
lets
yeah.
you cast
A
oh
cantrip
yeah.
from my spell list if I don't have it, and I have to
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. You must make a Arcana check. If it fails, the spell
Yeah.
fails, and the
Yeah.
action used to cast the spell is
wasted.
wasted. Okay,
Yeah.
so you basically just like
I
popped
attempted
out
to
of a bush
befriend him.
and like
Yeah.
fizzled a spell
Yeah,
immediately.
and then now I'm like, a guy can't poop in the swamp in peace. You guys gotta have a conversation so close.
With that happening very suddenly, he's probably going to react as if you are a threat.
Yeah, likely.
So he immediately grabs his stick once again.
Yeah, my hand's wiping my ass. So
kind of like pokes it into the ground around him, and you see this thick fog erupt all around him, in a you might call it a fog cloud.
Oh, and he's gone. I was gonna ask for if he had any leaves or something. This swamp is wet. Were you there, buddy? I'm like start pouting, like waving in the air to like part the fog.
Yeah, I'll try to walk some of the fog away, as I'll call it. Be like, he's fine. I don't know why he's casting magic, but he's fine. And give like you can't see my face, but the helmet turns towards Jared and just lingers in his direction for a moment.
Was he expecting a crocodile? I'll whisper.
So you hear no sound for several seconds.
Dead air.
I look over at Jared. So, what was that about? I was talking with him.
I was tired of crouch. I didn't think I didn't think he was a threat, and I got up. Am I allowed to approach the conversation and listen? I was curious. You guys were talking for minutes. I'm sitting over here with myself, and I'll kind of wink.
I shake my head and I say, he's a mage.
Well, clearly I didn't know that until I walked up here. I couldn't see what was going on.
Well,
it looked like he was swinging a staff at you.
Whatever that was, I say mimicking.
He
the
disarmed your helmet from what I saw. I was worried. No one. I didn't know what happened. No one was talking to me. Anyways, seems like Cloud Guy's all right. What's his deal?
He was our lead to get to the Myreque, and he scared him off.
Were they important? I can't remember.
Yes.
As well, we just look for another bat, I guess? Following bats have never led anyone wrong.
There's no other bats.
I'll look around. DM, is there any other bats?
Only bat shit insane.
Did you hear that sound effect?
I heard it, and
shit.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm not connected to my headphones right now.
Don't worry about it. Are there any other bats? Not in the immediate vicinity. But when the fog cloud came up, you did see a bat, probably the one that was on Cyrig's hand, fly away.
Is the cloud still there?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna say, come out of the clouds, Zephylos, so we can talk. I don't know where you are.
Yeah, I'll get out of the cloud and look very disappointed and say, again, why would you try? I don't even know what that is, that necklace, but why would you try fizzling spells at us?
It was supposed to make him be our friend, and I'm not a very good magician.
He was already
like
our friend.
He didn't seem like he dispelled your helmet and was waving a staff at you. I didn't know.
I took the helmet off, and
How do I know that? I'm all the way over there, and I'll gesture to the bush where Oz is just probably laying prone in the mud. I imagine.
I don't know. Maybe I gave you too much credit into reading the room and seeing we're having a civil conversation and talking over the book.
Like, I don't know if you've noticed, we were pretty fucking far from a room of any kind to read. I'm just seeing a random man in the woods luring us from a city and now dispelling your helmet with a staff. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh man, this feels
But
like
he wasn't a
home.
threat. I figured out he wasn't a threat, which is why I came out from, again, and I'll point where Oz is, like, probably laying in the mud once more. And I'll say, I figured he wasn't a threat, so I wanted to see what was going on. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to befriend him. I don't really have a friendly demeanor, and I'll gesture at myself.
Yeah, maybe start with a hello next time.
Well, if I see him again, I'll try with a hello, and I'll kind of go back to the Oz, and I'll plop down in the mud at this point.
Okay. Well, I did learn something helpful. The Myreque are held up somewhere secret. So, what that means is we're not going to find them by wandering around. We need an inn, and the only inn I can think of just screwed off. So,
I'll start looking for a bat, and I'll say, we just do what we did last time. We go back to the city and we look for a bat. And I'll
it was a familiar. If you find a random bat, it's not going to make a difference.
I've seen a lot of animals talk to a lot of people. Look, every time I've been in that city and animals talk to me, let's go back and see if we can find another one. Our odds are in our favor. I'll look at Oz and I'll say, what do you think? Is his camp still here, DM?
Yeah, his stuff is still there.
Oh, let's go check his shit out. I'm gonna get up and I'll be like, his camp's still here, and I'll like run over I'm gonna run over like on all fours almost, because I'm already half covered in mud.
Let's not stoop through his things. We've already shown
too
him
late.
enough disrespect.
I'm looking for anything of marking that isn't just basic adventuring gear. I'm gonna wipe my mitts on my jacket here before I start touching my shit, though.
So in the area that has been carefully surrounded by a couple of living plants, but also some dead plant material, you see a small tent just big enough for one person to lie down in. There's a small fire pit with a pot. There isn't really that much lying around. There's like little like cooking and eating implements, a couple of miscellaneous supplies, but not a whole lot.
Nothing like personal effects.
There's like little like items that have been strewn about inside the tent that are like, it'll be like a little sprig of like some plant, or like a handful of berries, or like a collection of little twigs that are all the same length. It's just like somewhat unusual little collections of items.
I'm gonna get up and like just look at it assessingly, as I assume Zephlos's probably gonna come over too. Are you like, I don't know.
Yeah, Zephylos is right on your tail, no pun intended.
You thought I was probably gonna start taking stuff from it, which I just wanted to peek it. I'll get up and I'll be like, it's gonna have to come back for it, right?
Well, if the Myreque have supplies, what's one lost tent, right? If he thinks we're dangerous and casting magic at him, he'll probably play it safe.
And you're sure he was the Myreque? He said that?
Yeah, he said he can lead me to them.
That he didn't say he was in the Myreque, he just says he knows where they're at. That's the difference, right?
Sure. But let's assume he's not.
Us. Yeah, but if I would have waited, he could have told us, and then I mean, we're not in the Myreque, and then we know where it's at. Maybe he's just someone who knows where the Myreque at. It's just we could find other people who might know too. Is what I'll say. I don't know.
Okay. You want to
Doesn't
ask
seem
one
like
the
that big of a
council?
secret if after 2 minutes of talking in the middle of the swamp with a stranger who approaches an infected city. I don't know. Maybe there's others that know in this area. We're probably close if someone's just approaching the city, is what I'm thinking.
Well, what I'm thinking is we were told to come here because apparently there was a contact who knew it. We found the one person who's not a mindless infected, and he knew what we wanted. So I don't know
Could
if
have
you
been
can
a
find anyone
vampire,
else.
though. I've seen that smoke thing before, or heard of it at least.
Yeah, I can do that spell. It's nothing big.
I just realized that they spelled Mort'ton wrong on this map.
Nice.
That's how it's spelled canonically now for the campaign.
Yeah, that's how we're spelling it now. No going back. It's Mort'on.
Can Dermo just do a crocodile growl loudly?
Yes, you can make a hissing noise.
Yeah, whatever noise Derm makes.
I'll look over at
The
it.
Dermodile.
The Dermodile.
Okay.
Doug
I'm
Dermodile.
going to throw Striggy into the air and have Striggy do like a bird's eye view, try to look for the dude.
Make a perception check as the bird.
Okay. I do have keen sight, so with advantage, por favor. Sorry, I'm just looking for a perception. ADV.
18. So by now the fog cloud has disappeared. It kind of suddenly sort of just drifts away and disperses. There's no sign of a person.
Except for the camp.
Except, yeah, well, yes.
Alright, well, we're in a wet-ass swamp. Is there tracks from where the fog cloud was leading away?
Make a survival check. Or
Yeah,
someone
dude,
make a survival
Did he
check.
just beat feet as fast as he could while there was a smoke cloud, or did he teleport, or what?
Someone who's not me, do it, please.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be me if you're curious about that. You want to do it? I'll give you advantage since I'm right next to you.
Sure. Watch, you ready for this? 0, literal 0?
Yeah, let's go. Let's see it. Nat 20, let's go. Come on.
I believe in you. I don't believe in the algorithm, though. Yeah, I was thinking a 2 was on the table.
14's not the worst.
14 is not the worst.
Especially against someone who's not
Look
actually
for
identified
Bud.
their footing.
You have a good look around the immediate vicinity of where the fog cloud was and surrounding where it was, and there are no signs of human footprints.
Any non-human footprints.
There are no
Oh.
signs of humanoid footprints. Excuse me.
I'm going to suspect he teleported. So I'm going to do the classic wizard thing of, marking where he was standing with like a stick. And I want to try to like walk out 30 feet and then do a perimeter, like thinking that he misty stepped. And like trying to find where he landed.
Okay, so you're gonna so you're gonna make a circle that is 30 feet
35, I think Misty Step is.
whatever, yeah. Okay, I think I
have the
understand
spell.
what
I
you're
know
trying
how
to
far
say.
it goes. Yeah, I want to
And what
do
are
a circle around it, trying to look for like an impact zone. Because if he teleported from the middle,
Yeah.
I'm assuming he popped out
landed
somewhere else.
somewhere,
Yeah, okay. So and what are you looking for in that area? More tracks?
Same thing, probably. Yeah.
Tracks, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, make another of the same check, but this will be the last time that you can make a survival check for tracks.
Okay.
Hey.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. So you don't find any human tracks, but you notice the tracks of another animal. Interestingly, a very small animal. You didn't notice these tracks before because you kind of weren't looking for them, but as you follow them, you notice that the tracks come from around the center of where the fog cloud was, and then they lead outward to the south. The tracks look like that of some kind of frog or a toad or something.
A big
I looked to
frog
the
or
others.
toad?
No, like a small one, like a regular size, like as big as your fist, probably.
A hamburger sized.
Yeah,
tried the
hamburger-sized
track.
frog.
That's what's up.
And I'll say he polymorphed. He's some type of amphibian now. So
I mean, I'll look over to Dermo. I'll be like, or he's whatever he is.
it could be a
This
druid.
again.
And say, didn't we already deal with a couple guys like this out here? Wasn't the last guy a druid? I'll say, and I'll hold the pouch up.
Yeah, actually.
So maybe this guy is too. Maybe the crocodile should have led on this one. I'll say to Zephylos.
He's making very important hissing noises.
Yeah, he's been hissing this whole time. I keep looking over, but he's not saying anything else besides hissing. So I keep going
That's
back.
all I can. That's all I can do. I'm just affirming or denying.
I love it.
All right.
It's in between
Well-
our argument, me and Zephylos, you're just hissing. Like, see, the alligator's on with me on this.
It's like when your cat makes a noise and you have to just be like, "Yeah, see."
See, you get
Yeah,
it.
he agrees.
Okay. Well, let's try to find him wherever he's hopping off to.
All right, well, and I'll look over to Dermo and say, where would you go if you were scared as a frog right now?
Are you gonna be surprised with what I respond with?
Shrug.
I hiss.
Yeah. I shrug. And I'll look around and I'll say, yeah, but I don't think it'll work this time of day. And I'll look over at Zephylos. Crocodiles are not very good ideas right now.
No, I doubt so.
Ouch.
All right. This time, no spells. We talked to him.
And I'll say, it was an amulet, first off. I didn't cast a spell.
Something fizzled.
My amulet. That's
Okay,
what you get
next
for
time
buying
don't-
secondary magic items in the Canifis marketplace. That's on me, and I'll shrug.
Okay. Well, next time, don't wave around a cursed amulet in his direction and cause it to spark up. Then, like, either way, he took it as bad omen. So.
And like a frustrated teenager getting scolded, I'll sigh, like, and under my breath, I'll say, I didn't wave it.
All right. Anyways, let's get going. He's getting too much of a lead on us.
So
But
you
yeah, that frog is getting away.
you are able to follow the tracks because you rolled very good on survival. They head southward. Do you try to move relatively quickly to catch up with him? Based on the size of the tracks, you imagine that he won't be able to get too far before you catch up to him, because it's probably can't move that fast as a little frog. And so you spend 5 or 10 minutes following these tracks, trying to move relatively quickly. At which point, eventually, you see up ahead this this faint glow coming from the ground, as you see the man morph from the shape of some small creature back to his human shape.
Question.
I'll yell hello.
And he's facing you at this point.
Yeah, I'll yell hello as we walk up. I'll just like that. Hello, hello, and I'll like that, Zephylos.
Yes, like that.
Hello.
I
Okay,
guess
you
the drawback of picking something small is that it can't move very fast.
Is that what he says?
He says, yeah.
I'll say hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, you take it from here. And I'll stop walking.
All right. I'm sorry about my coworker. He's a
Hello
little
from
eccentric.
from behind you.
As you can see, he's not the brightest and knows a total of 3 words.
Uh-huh.
No, but real talk, he was a bit of a dumbass doing whatever he was doing. What I said to you is true. We do want to help, or at least I do, and he's my guide through the swamp. They don't make him like they used to.
Hello. He hasn't said hello back or anything. I'm just like.
I was certainly startled by what happened, but my offer still stands. Find out some useful information about that village and report back to me at my little hiding spot, and I should be able to help you.
Sounds good. As long as we know we can still find you back there at that tent, we'll go do our thing and we'll report back to you when we know something.
Cephalos,
And my friends will be keeping an eye on you.
Cephalos, tell him we definitely didn't rummage through his stuff, just so he knows. We didn't. Let him know. I'll like say loud enough, obviously, for him to be able to hear it.
Yeah, we will report back when we have something useful. I say.
And your camp's just as you left it.
Very good.
He's
Off you go then.
So it is as you left it.
We totally didn't invade your privacy, dude.
He just shakes his head a little bit.
Why does it smell like wet hair and mud everywhere? What's going on here?
And I would recommend not, if you have to stay longer than a day, do not stay near the town.
Is it airborne?
I do not know.
No one stayed in the town longer than a day and not been infected, is what you're saying?
As far as I know.
I'll look at all those, I'm gonna say. That's actually kind of serious.
Oz is still in the bush where you left him.
You're
He
back
didn't
there
follow.
still? You didn't even get up? You passed out, dude.
No,
Dude's taking a dirt nap.
I'm waiting. I'm scoping out the place, waiting for him to come back. And if he doesn't come back, planning on snatching that tent.
The tent! He wants the fucking
Still in
tent.
the market for a tent?
No
You
way.
gotta respect the long haul.
It's a valuable resource.
Man's
He's going for the
Rambo
long
in the
con.
bushes scouting a tent, Predator style. Dude, what's up?
Dude, you guys are gonna save everyone in Mort'ton just to get this guy's tent.
This DM is like, let's push the story along. Party's like, we're getting this tent. I don't care what.
You want the tent. The tent is the most important.
100 sessions, we're gonna get in this tent.
Us, we finally get plot. Us also, tent.
In search of the tent is what this quest is called.
By the way, I did look into the camera. As I said, I'm in search of the Myreque.
Yeah, I said in chat. He
Oh,
said
is
it.
your
He said the
camera
name
on?
of the quest.
Your camera isn't
okay.
on. What are you
Camera's
talking
not
about?
on, so
No, but I meant the metaphorical camera.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
I heard
Your
it. I said
character
it in
looked into
chat.
the camera.
I made a note. Well done, Danny. You said the quest name.
Thank you. Can't see it, but I'm doing like.
I can't remember who got the
out.
priest in peril one. I think the DM said that one is himself.
Did I
There was
say
a
the
c-
words priest in peril?
I can't remember. There was
don't
one
think I
or
did.
two other quests this campaign that we said on the nose. Maybe Dermo said the name of the quest, like ironically. I can't remember.
I feel like
player-
August
There's been a
would have
couple
said
of them. Yeah, I feel like somebody said that one. Priest of Peril was one we hit on the nose. There's a couple of quest names we've outright and said. I know.
Yeah.
What's it called?
We probably
Uh,
did it for Restless Ghost.
Yeah, we
did
definitely
it for Restless Ghost. Like we're having a problem. We told the priest that we're having a problem with the Restless Ghost. Yes.
Yeah.
All fired up. Has been
Oh my
referenced
god,
many
stop.
times.
That one's been
by
referenced.
you.
It's not a quest we've done. It's one that you keep referencing because you want to.
Yes. 'Cause you really want to go and do a quest where you just light torches.
Yeah.
There's like at any moment the DM could trigger all 5 of us, even himself possibly, just by having an NPC ask us to do one small favor of any kind.
Yep.
Just you could end the session right there, DM. Shit, ruin everyone's night. Up to you. That power is yours.
Okay. But yeah.
So
I'll,
he
So the city's no good.
he waves you off and waits for you guys to leave so that he can go back to his little abode.
You can walk with us. I won't.
He doesn't
scare you
want
any-
to.
Are you scared of me, buddy?
Only a little.
Hello?
He doesn't say that.
I'll wave this time.
all right, let's go fetch Oz. Wherever the hell he is.
I'll say good luck finding him.
Oz! I say walking back to where we were.
I'll
like,
snicker because I know where he's at, but he's just covered in mud at this point. No doubt he's rolled around. He's there for the tent. The man's committed. He's rolled around. I guarantee you.
You all arrive back at the location after just a couple more minutes of walking.
Do we see the man? Do we
And
see
Oz is doing
Yeah, he's
something.
Of course. He's a Rambo, like I said. He's
what is Oz doing?
He's
I'm hiding
looking
in
at
the
that
bushes.
Oz?
Oh, the mud one. Oh, gross.
Like, Oz, where are you? He's like, bye! I'm here for the tent, bye! It's covered in muck. Yeah, did we see him though? I'll do a perception to try to find him. I know where his vicinity unless he's changed the locations.
I haven't changed locations.
It's up to him.
I am
If he's-
definitely-
If
I'm
yeah, I'm gonna
definitely
look for him.
hiding.
I'll look for him, but I won't walk towards him. I'm just gonna look with my eyes so that the party can find him because I know where it was. I love it. I love the imagery though.
He's in like a real life ghillie suit.
Man's on a quest of his own.
Has it been about an hour? Would Dermo probably have turned back?
I don't know. When did you cast that?
Almost. So it was,
It was
a
20 minutes of following.
It was less than a minute of combat, and then maybe not that long of before you started following the bat.
Yeah.
And so like maybe that was
Walk was
5 minutes. 20 walk was 20 minutes. 25. The chat with him was like maybe 10. Another 10. You're getting close.
Oh yeah, on the way back it'll probably pop.
But you got 10
We'll
minutes
just
left.
we'll call it. Well, yeah, we can call it an hour and go ahead and transform back in.
Yeah.
Let me check what my spells I got.
Because your weight's the problem, right? Your strength's
Yeah,
nerfed
you're
right
gonna
now.
have to hand off
Yeah.
some of your vegetables to someone so you can walk normal again.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna
I might-
figure out
Also,
what I
side
can do
note,
about my
Tim?
weight.
Yeah.
What's up with Bob? We haven't talked about it.
Bob?
Hey, let's not
He
talk about
melted
it.
with the wild shape. He's equipment.
Yeah, until he goes back and now he's over encumbered. I'm not carrying a sheep for you, and I know a sheep's not making it through the swamp.
See, you guys, you really want to kill my baby.
I don't want to kill it, but I do want to.
Well, the more we mention it, the more chance that the murder happens.
But it's with us this whole time, right, Dan?
The sheep?
He's
Yeah.
assumed to be with us. I think is what we agreed
He's
on.
not getting dropped off or anything. There's not
No.
like a sheep daycare in Canifis last I recall.
Session 40, we're gonna be sneaking through Myre Ditch, and all of a sudden just bah, and then from the GM,
Yeah,
and then
it's
all
gonna
the
be
vampires are
great.
gonna find us.
Yeah. What's happened for session 40? That's not gonna happen because session whatever this is now, he's gonna be too much of an inconvenience, and we're gonna have Bob kebabs.
Bob kebab.
You like that?
Yeah, that was funny. So. Let's see.
How much does he weigh? How much does a do we
We're not doing math for the
We're-
sheep.
Is he dying or is he? What's going on here?
He's just
No,
following along.
no.
In the swamp, my man?
Yeah.
He is a soon to be a very, very powerful sheep.
A sheep can. It's a boy for sure. We've said Bob's a boy.
Yeah, Bob's a boy.
Yeah, it could be 100 to 350
check?
pounds. It can be 100 to 350 pounds, and if it's not, it can still be
Oh my
220
God.
pounds. That's a lot
Hey,
of sheep.
DM, I
Yeah.
mean this in the nicest way.
Yeah.
Do you not think I would have checked if Bob has a dick? Let's
I
be
don't
real
know.
here.
We're asking about Dermo, not you.
August, I mean this in the
No,
nicest
not
way.
me. Not me. I'm talking about Dermo.
Yeah,
How
I guess-
weird he is.
I guess, August, I got this in the nicest way for you. How quick after acquiring Bob would Dermo have checked is my follow-up question. Because the DM will answer that question once you answer that one, I think.
Okay, we can move on then.
Oh, yeah, now person, don't you think he would check? And now let's move on. Okay. So we'll call it 350 pounds.
See, he's generally like either walking or ethereal and can just do whatever he wants because he's a meme character.
He's about to be a spirit sheep because he's about to be in our stomachs and in our hearts.
I think he means steep.
We're circling it. There's something better than that.
No.
A spear reap.
That's worse.
Either way, we gotta find somewhere to post up for the night, and it's not gonna be in the city. Or town, or whatever it is. Oz is here for the tent.
Well,
so I'm
I
not
can
gonna
talk
convince him to
now.
do
What's my health go to, DM? Whenever I transform out of wild shape, does it just stay the same, or does
It stays at what it was before you entered the wild shape.
Okay, but also
So,
my
looks
strength
like
is
you've
still
already
really
got that
low.
tracked. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not really sure what to do about my.
The good news is we're probably gonna rest, and I think also Zephylos acquired enough ingredients in the apothecary to make a couple potions, so that might help us too. Right? How much? I remember he said it was how much gold worth of potion ingredients?
I don't
Like
remember how much I
enough
said
for
it
one or
was.
two.
Hopefully someone wrote it down.
Pretty sure Zephylos.
I think you said 50, didn't you? A million? 25.
25?
It was enough.
I
for
think you
at
said
least one.
25.
I think he got some earlier in that session. That was enough for another one as well because he foraged or something.
I had a shit ton of herbs, honestly.
Oh,
Whoa.
what's happened?
What the heck was that?
Whoa, what's going on? They're cheering for.
Wait,
They
wait.
love us. They really love us.
Wow.
This is the first time we've been cheered on non-ironically.
That was weird.
I don't
did
think
that?
anyone's found Oz yet, technically.
Oh my god.
Because he's been quiet. Every time someone asks, has anyone found
Has
him?
Oz been found yet?
I know where he's at. I'm not saying anything. Was Zephylos looking for him? Because he was calling for him earlier. I just haven't heard from Zephylos in a minute.
See, that's what I have bird for. Would birds see him? I don't have eyes. I have bird.
Sure. Would birds see it? Keen sense bird.
Is he trying to hide himself from everyone else?
He's trying to ooh, what's the word we're gonna use here? What's the word we're using, Oz?
The goal was to not be seen should the mage approach from like whatever fucking direction he may happen to come from.
Well, lucky for you, the mage has not approached.
He'd like to repossess this tent, is what he'd like. He sees an open tent not being used on a lovely swamp, whatever time of day it is. I haven't seen the sun in weeks. And he sees it as it's free real estate, you know what I mean? So he's repossessing a tent that is currently not being possessed. It's smart. It stonks if you think about it. I'm not giving away his position. I'll say, I don't think he's out here. Maybe he went back to the town. And I'll like wink in the direction of where the mud pile is.
Alright, well, I guess he's dead, so.
Man, I'll
Almost
really
dead.
miss him, and I'll like wink again at the. He's one of my goodest buds. I'll really miss him if he's dead. That's a bummer. We should head out. Like really unconvincingly. And I'll walk by where he is, right, DM?
Uh-huh.
And as I do, I'd like to cast invisibility as I trip over him.
Oh my god.
The ankle part of my foot is gonna touch whatever trips on him, and that's the touch part of the spell.
Uh-huh.
And as I stumble flat on my face in the mud, he will go invisible.
Okay.
You're talking about Bob, right? Just to verify.
No, and I'll say, "Good luck, buddy," and I'll get up and I'll like run over to Zephyr.
He's gonna eat my sheep. He's practicing his little charades for when he eats Bob.
What does Zephylos do? Or, sorry, what does Oz do with that now?
I am staying exactly where I was.
Okay.
DM, can I add my verbal component for the spell?
Okay.
Just like this. Oh, shit!
That's your invisibility verbal component.
As I essentially kick my friend on the ground.
Every time you cast it, you say,
no.
"Oh shit," while falling.
Does it have to be like that? I thought the verbal component would have to stay the same as long as... I guess it's not an incantation, right?
The way that I've understood them...
I mean, pack magic would be an incantation.
Like, flavor-wise, is that it's like, you have to say, like, some sounds, and that's, like, the sounds that you say for that spell.
Every time, though?
Yeah.
Because some of my spells, definitely. Okay, alright, yeah, it's not my verbal component. I don't have one for invisibility yet, but... I'll kick him and say whatever it is, but I'll give the oh shit before I say the verbal component.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out a good one for that.
So this guy is just straight up saying the verbal component for invisibility?
Uh-huh.
You mean this spell right here?
Oh no, he has an Arcana check. Go.
Hold on. Gotta... This spell right here?
Oh my god, it's the same spell.
I will say that I'm whispering it, and I'm like going, oh shit, verbal component, and then
I mean,
yeah.
You don't know what spell it is.
It was quiet. It was really quiet.
Must have a different verbal component than you.
Must have been the wind.
It must be different for warlocks.
Must have been the wind. And then I'll make my way over to Zephyros and be like, yeah, I don't see him. We should head out. It's getting dark. I'm hungry. The other reasons.
Okay. Well, he's a woodsy person, so I'm sure he's fine.
I thought he was dead. I was moving past it.
Oh, I was joking when I said that.
Oh, either way, you know. It's getting dark. I'm hungry. The other thing.
I'm just verifying because I feel like I missed something. Is this in any way something that I missed because I was doing something real quick?
No.
That is important.
You missed.
No.
Oz died.
We haven't done anything for 20 minutes.
Wait, Oz still has not come out?
That doesn't sound like this campaign at all, DM.
Wait, you're saying Oz still hasn't come out of the woods?
Correct.
Oz went into the woods? Well, last I saw him, we were in the city, if we're being honest. Maybe he's there. We should go check. I'm hungry. It's getting dark. The other thing.
Okay, I guess we're going then.
Okay.
I'm just gonna follow any motions by Zephyros. So if he doesn't give a shit, I don't really care either.
Zephyros thinks that Oz is fine wherever he is.
Okay, where to then?
I mean, we don't have to spend the day in the town, but like, what time of day is there? Is there still like daylight, so to speak, to check it out before bed?
Let's see. I think you guys like came like this way, and then you went like.
Well, we were in the
Then
city.
you
We
went
followed the
around.
bat out for like an hour, so it's only like an hour back
And
in.
then I think you slept. You slept like over here somewhere. And then.
You've been putting circles for the sleep.
Yeah, I stopped doing it up there, I guess. But
You want to
I
do
think
it to catch us up? We definitely swooped in down this way, if I recall.
Yeah,
and then
you
we
did.
came
Yeah,
down. We came
I
in
guess
from
so,
the
Joseph.
west. We should be now. It's probably bedtime, honestly, right now. 1, 2,
Well,
3.
definitely
Oh, I guess
bedtime
you could
for
tell by
Dream.
the pattern of the light.
Did we sleep here?
Yeah, you guys slept like over here somewhere. I think.
Okay.
So I
It
want
would
to
have
say it's
been
like
1,
afternoon now.
2, 3. We would have slept right here.
It's probably like late afternoon now.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, likely. Is there
Does
enough time
that
for like an
mean that
hour in
I
the
can get
city?
my health back?
What were those two questions?
Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask if that means I get my health back.
You do when you take a short rest, which you have not yet.
I thought
Or you
we
gain
haven't
some
actually
back.
slept.
Nope.
Oh.
I was gonna ask if there's enough time left in the day to just still pop in and see if we can find something out about the city.
Probably.
Just even an hour and pop back out. I don't want to like obviously be sick, but I'd say to Zephylos and say, "Do you think we have time to see what we can find about?" I'll go back in like the apothecary. I'll let you loot and I'll cover since Oz is gone. R.I.P. Or Dermo and I can watch guard, or I could loot and you guys could watch guard. And say there's stuff in there, we should find it. Whatever's going on, what little time we have.
Yeah, more so. I think the secret to curing the plague is actually in this journal. And I might need to go to the apothecary to get ingredients.
Do you want to study the journal first and then go, or do you want to just loot the apothecary? Because I don't know about you, but weight's kind of an issue for me, and I'll hold my bag up like it's full-ish.
Okay, how about this? How about we go away from this town,
Sure.
and we get some rest.
Sure.
Maybe Oz will come back.
I thought he died, but
And-
sure. I've heard people coming back from the... It's not the weirdest thing I've heard. Go on, Zephylos, I'm with you. Maybe
I'm
he'll
saying-
come back, sure.
In the morning, we can try tackling the apothecary one more time and see if we can work out a cure.
Yeah. And if Oz comes back, maybe he's got a cure for more than just whatever's going on in the city. You know what I mean?
I really don't.
If he's overcome death, that's crazy. That could help a lot of these guys, and I'll scratch my head. And I'll keep scratching my head.
Till it bleeds.
And that's the good spot. My leg will twitch and I'll stop.
Oh no.
I'll give myself a little shake and I'll say, let's settle up for the night and read the book. We can figure it out tomorrow what we need.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no reason not to. It seems like a reasonable thing to do.
So I have this like ee in my ear, and it's Jibble. He wants to come back. It's really annoying.
Oh my god, you're really in the mood to resurrect your fallen companion.
When I don't have him summoned, he just sounds like a ringing in my ear. He's literally tinnitus.
I think you have tinnitus. Yeah, I don't think that it's a Jibble.
I never
think you
have
just
the
don't hear
issue
his
when
Been
he's
casting
when
too
he's
many
up-
booming blades.
Yeah, right. And I'll pull out a homemade cigarette again and I'll light it up and I'll say, whenever he's not on the same plane as me, guys, he's an irritate. He's just an irritate.
I think what happens is when he makes noises and you're so used to his noises that when you don't hear them, you can't distract yourself from your horrible tinnitus that you actually do have.
I'll think for a second and I'll say, no, if that was true, I'd have a ringing for Oz right now.
God, Oz is playing a long con.
I want that tent, man.
I want that tent. I'm here for it.
All right. So the terrain here is still like kind of swampy, but not quite as bad as up to the north. So it's not too hard to find a decent spot to get a rest for the rest of the day and for the night.
Are you drinking?
I'm drinking water.
I didn't insinuate any kind of other liquid.
No, it's vinegar.
I was just making sure that your echo is normal. Just validating. Yeah. Taking shots during a stream.
Yes, out of this huge glass.
Hey, look, man. So I met some
Drinking an
people in my life.
entire full-sized glass of hard liquor.
Dude, I would respect you, honestly. All I can say is I need a nap, so if we are ready, I will take that in AP.
Yeah.
Okay. You find a decent place with a little bit of cover from foliage on each side.
Foliage.
Foliage to get your rest. Within an hour, you guys can have your short rest and have your strength scores return to normal.
What if I don't want to?
I'll spend my hour doing my ritual spell to get Jibble back on the same plane as me.
Okay. And if you want, you can spend hit die to heal, but you may just prefer to wait for the long rest, so as to not waste them. In that 1 hour, Zephylos, you can have a closer look at the book, and I guess you may have read most of it already.
I've read it all.
DM,
Yeah.
would I need to wait another hour to find familiar, or do I get this? Do I get like a spell slot when I? How does that work for resting? No spell slot.
Like, can you ritually cast a spell while short resting?
I mean, I would get one back at like the half-hour mark, technically. So at most, I'd have to wait another half hour. Do I get them both back after an hour?
You get all of them back at the end of the rest.
So I'd get them. I'd have to wait another hour to get Jibble back. That's fine. I won't get him back right now. I'll do it before we go to bed for the night.
Okay.
When I'm taking night guard shift.
Yeah, when you're resting, you get all of the stuff at the end of the rest.
For sure. I'll just take first shift for tonight, and I'll get him back then.
Did anyone have any questions about what is contained in this diary from, like, not a meta standpoint, but I don't know.
Yeah, could I please have external
I think that,
information?
or I guess what I was going to say is that all of the solution to what you need in order to solve this little thing is all within the words, and you won't have to make any skill checks to solve parts of it. However, in accordance with some of the interesting puzzle rules that I read in Tasha's, you can request to get hints by making some checks if you ever get stuck with something. But anyway, you may not even need to.
I only had the book for like a moment, and I skimmed it and then passed it on to Zephylos.
Yeah, so right now Zephylos...
He'd have access to read it, but I only have that one thing to read from it, so I would read that when I had time to secretly read it, which I would do when everyone went to bed and after I've got Jibble back tonight.
I can just send you what that says in Discord.
And I'll just read it when we long rest and everyone's asleep.
Hang on. There it is.
Appreciate it.
Okay. You may return to RP for the short rest, or we can fast forward and do the long rest.
What's
Or whatever else you want to do.
what's this mage
Oh,
man's tent like?
um,
What's his camp look like for the rest of the evening?
so you're just gonna watch from cover?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he returns to his tent after about an hour. At which point he sits down and appears to be meditating for a little while. After that, he cooks up some food and eats it. He leaves for a while and then comes back several minutes later, having filled a bucket with water. And then he, at some point, then he would retire to his tent for the evening.
Okay, all right. I am going to wait till I'm fairly confident he's asleep, and I'm gonna eat my dinner very quietly.
Just quietly munching on a cheeseburger.
It's good.
And then I will sleep in the mud.
Okay.
And wait
Hell
till
yeah.
morning.
I'm gonna eat your cold Eggo waffle in the mud.
Your Eggo waffle while staring at him.
Fun side note, I made hardtack in real life today because I'm making rations for
Oh.
a session coming up.
Oh no, are you making people eat rations?
No, I'm making myself eat rations while I play to immersify myself because we're
Oh
trying
my
to-
god.
I'll do
That's
anything
horrible.
for a role play, but I won't do that, you know? Like some things. But I'll make rations, that's fun.
Okay, so
Also,
who is taking watches in each of these
Take-
groups of people?
Yeah, I'll take like the last shift.
Okay.
I'll take second to last shift, right in the middle. That's okay. I'm well rested, so I don't need to. You know what I mean? I see my spell slots back, and I already have them, so
All right.
people are well up, like better. So whoever wants to take the first one, you guys get your 6 hours of straight sleep. We don't have Oz, so we gotta. I'll take I'll do the 4-hour gap in the middle, and I will message you.
Okay.
And that way they can get 6 hours. One of them takes the first shift, one of them takes the last shift. And I'll take the 2 in the middle because I'm pretty set already. Plus I'm not like, I got a lot on my mind.
All right.
I'm also messaging you something, GM.
Cool.
You can all see that testing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll send you on just.
Alright, I sent it.
Let's see.
I'll be doing Gibble. I'll be getting Gibble back, like, up, because I'll take a good chunk of it, and then I'll do that. You get what I'm saying?
Hang on, I'm still reading. I'm a slow reader.
No worries.
Okay, let me read what Dan has to say.
This will be fun. Yeah, I'm so excited for Oz
Alright,
to come
cool.
back with his new tent, though. Honestly.
Alright.
Operation Tent Grab is turning into Operation Tent or Bust.
What the heck is this GIF?
This GIF is Oz returning in the
God.
morning without a tent, unfortunately.
Oh, that's horrible. Okay. Can I get perception checks from people for their stuff? You can do blind GM rolls for your night watches.
I can't access that portion.
Oh.
Where can I? Wait, you said perception?
Yep.
Oh, I can.
You said we can do blind?
Yeah,
Not we have to?
you should.
Okay. There's an obligation, you're saying. Can means I have the option, right? Should means there's an obligation for me to use my option in favor of what you're saying. Noted. I didn't hear any crits or fails, so that's a good thing, right, guys?
Possibly. Depends on who's asking.
Unless Zeta's learned to turn that off, where blind rolls don't trigger.
I do not think that he has
Don't trigger
that.
what?
Because
The-
I don't think that's the thing he's done.
Just the fact that he asked, did what?
I don't think you
it's
can. I
coming
don't
up.
think you
I don't
can
think you can
set that as an
determine-
option
Yeah,
in that
either
module.
on or off for all
Yeah,
rolls, I
it's
think.
just
Yeah.
on or off.
I hate it. Still
But, you
still
know.
in favor of turning it off.
That's just because you're getting booed. Where was I going with this?
You're not wrong. The night. Oh, you're reading Danny's thing, right?
Oh,
Night shift,
yes, I
night
was.
shift,
Hang on.
Night shift. I'm gonna get some water while you do that.
Yep.
You guys ever drink water before?
No, what is
Tried
it?
it once,
No,
wasn't
not
with
really.
me.
Fish fucking it. You know that?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm not. I didn't get on it. I didn't get into it for
Oh.
a while, but I was sucking some down earlier, and water's not bad. It's not good. It's just not bad either. You know what I mean?
I like almond milk.
Yeah, I think when I trim my nails, it's really hard to get a hold of that teat, but I like almond milk too.
Yes, I'm just gonna get some earmuffs next session, and
You ever? I mean, you ever seen the hands on an almond farmer? They are real small. They gotta get a hold. They gotta milk them almonds.
I'll be honest, I've never seen the hands of any farmer.
It's not much, but it's honest work. So they say.
It's so old.
Is this a good 5-minute break then? Middle of the session, DM's doing something.
If you want a break, you take one. You don't have to ask.
I mean, I have a wireless headset, so I can
Good
just
point.
take a break. I'm usually not hooked up to the headset.
I'm hooked up to the headset right now. You wouldn't even know.
Whee!
A lot of dice.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's not gonna help me not worry about it.
You guys ever done a Rubik's Cube?
No.
No, somebody at work keeps solving one that's on a shelf, and I keep messing it up.
That's funny.
I like how the game for you is to just give someone else
But
a puzzle that they want to do.
yeah, but are they like really good so it only takes them like 2 minutes to
I mean,
to
it's
put it
easy to
back?
solve.
I-
They're not.
I have-
It's a puzzle.
I have no idea. I've never seen anybody actually sitting there solving it.
Maybe they just keep replacing it with a new one.
They really have no idea how to do
They
it, so
keep
they're just
buying a
like,
new one, putting it back.
they want you to find out so that they can look really smart,
That's
but
the
like
yeah,
they have
that's
no idea.
Yeah, that's the best way to look like you're smart because you
Well,
can
that's
do
the
a
thing
Rubik's
about
Cube. You
solving
just
a
you
Rubik's
just do a
Cube.
sleight of
Like,
hand, you get a new one. Swap
once
it
you
out.
learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube, there's no like combo that's gonna confuse you because you can always get it
Yeah.
in 2 steps that get it solved. So like seeing one that's like messed up every day on this shelf is like, I'd look forward to that. 'Cause I'd be like, cool, that's a cool little 45-second warm my brain up, get this thing going, get the day started. You know what I mean? Like, that's an easy puzzle once you figure out how to do it. It's just once
That's what
you know
they say. Yeah.
it's like knowing a magic trick. Once it's not magical once you know how to do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey! I know a lot of magic tricks that I
Yeah.
think are still magic.
yeah, I mean, you know, tricks are, what whores do for money. Illusions, Michael. Has anyone watched? Okay, no. Arrested Development.
Oh, that sounds hilarious. I'll give
Arrested
you that.
Development.
I'm gonna be honest. I've seen a
Will,
lot of
Will
gifs
Arnett
online.
plays magician. It's fucking great.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of gifs online from it, but I've never taken the time to watch it. I really should.
It's a good one. Anyways, what are we doing, DM?
Messaging Dan. Hang on.
Dan the man.
Let me go get a message for Dan going.
Let me get a.
Yeah,
Hey, you know what? I
everyone
think I'm gonna
message Dan,
send a
so-
message to Dan here.
Really, we're just asking each other how our days have been in private. Oh, why are you guys actually sending me a message? Lol. Oh, very cursed. Thank you, Zach. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh God. Oh.
No, I'm not saying.
From Owl House.
Hoot hoot!
My partner and I have been binging that show over the last week or so. It's very good.
It is. I'm waiting for the last episode to drop. It's a shame Disney gotta go and cancel it.
It was too gay. They couldn't handle it.
Dude.
Apparently that's not why.
I don't believe it.
The showrunner was actually like, yeah, no, that's actually not why they canceled it. It's because it does not match their intended like the people who are actually watching it are not the age range of people they want to actually be watching it.
So why cancel it? They have viewership.
Are you saying it's ahead of their time? There's too many adults that think it's just genuinely a good show.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done messaging people. So, during watches, by luck of
Are
the
we done
dice,
messaging Danny? Okay.
nothing cut. Yeah, everyone send your last message to
Yeah,
Danny
hold on.
now.
Hold
Luckily, during your watches, nothing comes to kill you. However, Oz, during your watch,
Watch?
during your not watch, while you are sleeping in the mud,
Your face
you
down in
feel
the mud.
you feel yourself get prodded awake by these sort of sliding of something against you,
Yeah, from
um,
the tent.
and you wake up and it's a snake.
Oh shit.
Has like just stumbled upon you
Stay.
while you're sleeping.
DM, what part of the night does that happen in? Because invisibility lasts for 4 hours.
4 hours? Does it actually?
No, it's
my
only
God.
1 hour.
No, it's an hour. I'm fucking.
Oh no, it would have been after that.
If
Yeah,
it lasts
fucking-
for 4 more hours, consult a doctor.
Yeah.
All right.
If you experience invisibility for longer than 4 hours, stop
Hey,
taking.
don't call this guy paddle horn for nothing.
Oh
Guys,
my
can we
God.
just honestly imagine like what advertisements in the wizarding world would look like with the TV ad?
Yeah, it's called the Dungeon. You should check it out.
The what?
The what? Oh, very
He's not going
interesting.
to
Thank
explain
you for
further.
clarifying.
He's like, you know what? Not gonna even get into it right now.
Anyhow, Oz, you are startled awake by a snake. It then proceeds to bite you before running away, or rather, slithering away.
I lost.
No, he runs. He throws legs to run.
I think I lost you guys for like 30 seconds there. I didn't hear anything.
And you take 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
But then it runs away.
He pulls up his skirt and just runs.
Yeah.
Did I like get a look at it?
Um.
I'm not like giving away
Yeah,
my position. I'm trying to stay
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
Does it?
A
does-
very brief look at. Wait, are you human? You have dark vision?
That feels like a loaded question. I do have dark vision.
Okay. Yeah, you could see kind of.
Does it look like a poisonous snake?
You can't
Venomous.
tell because you can't see colors in the dark.
Yeah, and a snake wouldn't be poisonous. That would mean that you have to
Venomous.
ingest it. Yeah, okay. Just so we're on the
Oh
same
my
page.
God. Someone had to say it though.
Yeah, 2 of us said it. I just have a hoarse voice.
There's anti-poisons and anti-venoms for a reason.
First he had a crocodile voice. Now he's got a horse voice.
Is it canon in this universe? Can you have a horse voice, or would it be a unicorn voice?
Unicorn voice.
Yeah, okay.
Is that not a joke in the game already? Like, that has to be.
Yeah, no, so
Probably.
there was a reference to horses in the game, and the mods turned it into an NPC named The Horses. His name is Theh, and then last name Horses. Because
That's
they
why I'm my next
realized they messed up in like the late 1990s, and they were like, "Oh, this is a line of dialogue that made its way all the way to RuneScape 2." And if you go ahead and check it out, if you take the cart from Brimhaven to Shiloh Village, it used to say a set of horses take you to Shiloh Village, or the horses take you to Shiloh Village, and then the NPC's name became Theo Arzes, and the one inside of Shiloh became The Orzes. Just
Oh,
saying.
I found the Orzes.
Yeah, they're both
Yeah.
NPCs in game because they realized they messed up, and that was the
You
cover
messed
up.
up in my eyes.
It's funny.
It's not messed
No.
up if you can make it funny.
They were like, no, the dialogue's not wrong. The guys who take you there are just carrying a cart, and you're in the cart, and their names are the horses. Like, what? I'm like, okay, Jagex.
But you know what? They're not wrong. I mean, you know.
A handful of wet spaghetti holding this whole story together.
Other than that, Oz, you sleep okay.
What, besides being bitten a lot.
Other than being bitten by a
Bitten
snake
by a
and
snake
like
that may or
out
may
in the
not be
cold in the
poisonous.
swamp and covered in mud and probably stalking a man who outpowers you. Pretty uneventful night,
Yeah.
give or take, really.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Did we get our long rest, DM?
Yes, you do.
Does anything happen during my shift?
Oh, here, I can do this button again. Prompt Wilderness Long Rest. character owner's offline. Dermo.
I'm not offline.
That's what
Hold
it
up.
says.
Let me reload the page.
He looks offline for me too.
Oh, I have a button that will just finish it. Can I just hit it for you?
Yes.
Finish
I'm
me,
gonna-
DM.
I hit the button. You did your long rest. Don't do another one.
It was good for me. Was it good for
I'm
you?
gonna do
DM?
it again.
Oh my god.
When you hit the button, if I finished my long rest, what about you?
Hot.
Hot.
Oh, I got another posture check.
Yeah, that's a good call. You want one? I can send it your way, brother.
No way. I'm still doing this one.
All right. Hey, how about a little thirst quenching? your way?
Hydrate. I removed the song sound effect that shall remain unnamed from my rewards because I kept getting copyright claimed on my YouTube re-uploads.
Fair enough.
You mean da 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 da? Or the other
No.
one?
No, no,
No,
no,
that's
no.
still
the one
there.
that-
That's still there.
The
That
one
shit's
with the flute.
bop. Yeah. Yeah, the flute. The flute.
Or recorder.
The flute's
It's a
salad.
recorder. Oh, well, I gotta stretch.
Was it a recorder?
It's a recorder, yeah.
I love you.
Oh no. SpongeBob is gonna copyright claim me now.
Right.
SpongeBob himself. Okay, you all wake up in the morning having either been or not been bitten.
Did
By
I
a
get a did I get a response from the DM thing?
Oh shit, wait, were you
With
supposed to
what
do
I was-
something?
Wait, did you read it?
Oh my god. Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay. Hang on.
If he doesn't want to send anything my way, that's fucking great. I love it. Not hearing from him is a good night, you know what I mean?
Mm.
And I'll have found familiar, but got my spell slot back during my time watching guard and short resting. So we could do this in RP if you want. I don't think the patron stuff's that big of a deal, unless you think it might be because of what.
That's
Up to
fine.
you. So I could DM you back and forth, but okay, got you. Okay. And once you answer that, I'll be good. I'll be good for the long trip. Yeah, I just want to get an idea of what's going on. All right.
Okay, I think we're settled.
Yeah. I'll do more.
Dan, did you get my message as well?
Yes.
Or did you read it? Okay, very good. You all awake in the morning.
I'm glad to be awake this morning. Things are going my way. Dermo's way, if you will.
I want to check my bag as I wake up after a couple hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
I'll hold up Jibble and I'll put him in the bag and I'll be like, watch it, and I'll close the bag up.
Okay.
And then I'll
Is that a threat? Are you threatening him?
I'll rejoin the party and get some breakfast in me.
Okay.
And I'll talk to Oz. As I wake up, I'll like sit down and like break proverbial bread with him. Get
I
a
ain't
hard
there.
package. Oh, he's not back yet. I
He's
thought you were
still
coming back.
hiding in the mud.
I'll
He
sit
died
down
of
with
snake
nobody and I'll talk about how I miss my friend Oz. This would be a good moment to have breakfast with him if he didn't die.
He died of non-venomous snake bite.
Say, so Zephylos, what'd you do on your shift last night? Did you read the book much?
Yeah, I've poured over it as best I can. I think I have some theories as to what the correct combination is, but only practice can really tell.
DM, what shifts were the order in last night? Like, what order was it?
I believe it was Jared, Zephylos, Dermo, Jared?
No, it was Zephylos, Jared, Zephylos, right?
Sure. I don't know that it matters. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Jared was in the middle, we decided.
Yeah, I did the two, so they could get 6 hours of sleep solid.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And then I was able to do the thing that we talked about in DM, right? And he was able to do his thing. Cool. Cool. So I'm going to, ask Cephalus what he thinks. I'm gonna be like, what do you think we need then? What combination, if you've, of ingredients you think we have to go back to the apothecary, you said?
Yeah, specifically, it does mention some herbs. Specific ones.
Didn't Dermo have herbs, he said? Maybe we can get a jump start on that.
Yeah.
Maybe someone.
Well, the apothecary might also have some, what's it called? Might also have some, like, tools I can use, pestles and mortars and such.
All
Beyond just my basic herbalism kit. Which is why I wanted to go back, in addition to finding maybe some herbs for this purpose.
I'll like start packing up camp, and I'll essentially be asking Zephylos like what his plan of approach is for the city. Like it's like walking through a zombie infested city, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep. Well, we'll just have to be clever. I can go invisible. I'm less worried about the zombies and more the shadow creature.
Yeah, and we're down a man now. Oz is dead, so we'll have, more difficulty fighting the shadows, I think. So we just gotta be a little more wary. We don't want to lose 2 people on the same trip.
No, we wouldn't.
Especially to another gas cloud or whatever that was that killed Oz. I don't remember exactly. It's terrible. Known it my whole life. Dead in a moment. I'm like winking back in the direction where Oz is, even though he's like so far from us.
You seem devastated.
What'd you say, Nick?
Yeah,
You seem to have
some
something stuck in your eye.
you seem devastated.
Devastated. My whole life. My closest companion. Gone in the swamp. And I'll rub my eye like because there's something in it because I've been winking so much. Somewhere Oz is getting like a D4 to his tent roll or something.
Could I give him assistance? I'm kidding.
What do I see in the morning?
In the morning, in the morning, you can see that Myreque has started cooking up some breakfast. And in fact, at some point, he will come and walk directly over to where you were sleeping, and holding a plate, and he'll like reach down with the plate toward you, and he'll just say, "Bacon."
Paddlehorn's got the bacon for you. No tent though. Is that what you said? Is that what you're going with? I couldn't tell if you were role playing or thinking. That was like a really good one. That would be my response too if I woke up, I think.
I'll reach my hand out. Sure.
It's your muddy ass hand eat some bacon.
So, something come up and step on you, or what? Heard a bit of a yelp.
I don't think snakes yelp.
Oh, it must have been you then.
Got him.
Certainly wasn't me. It was probably aghast.
Oh, I'm sure.
Small girls screaming out here in the middle of the night? I don't think snakes scream.
Why aren't you over with your friends?
It's a valid question. Yeah. Again, sticking to the question. Loving this RP, Zach.
Making sure there's no tricks.
Understandable. One can't be too trusting out here. Did you sleep out here in the open the whole night?
In the mud, yeah. I think he said that.
You don't have a tent?
He's laughing. He doesn't have a tent. The audacity of this GM right now. The audacity to ask this fucker right now. If he's got a tent, the audacity. Good lord. Good heavens. Good. The man is sleeping outside trying to steal a tent, and you're gonna ask him.
Oh, I do have one actually.
You do have a tent? You did get one in town? I thought
I bought a new one in town.
Wait, you did?
He wants a backup tent.
What is this for?
Who knows? The ways of Oz are
You
mysterious.
wanted it because you didn't have one.
The things a man wants are beyond the understanding of DM.
The real goal was to just watch him and see if I could track him back to the Myreque's hideout. I just saved the tent for the meta memes.
Good. I'm here for it. I was S tier. A backup tent, not a bad idea, Oz.
Yeah.
After all you've been through.
Yeah, dying takes it out of you, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, just sleeping in the mud. Not my first time. I'll sit up. Start munching on the bacon. Thanks for this.
It's crispy.
Did he say that, or is that
Yeah,
like
he
a
says
notice?
that. He says that it's crispy.
That's it.
What? Who says that? Like you don't have a mouth that can feel? It's like, good, I didn't know this.
Man, Paddlehorn seems like a mystery. I'd like to talk to him instead of scare him away.
Next time, perhaps a little on the softer side, if you don't.
Oh, excuse me.
Free bacon, choosy
But-
beggar over here.
I appreciate it, nonetheless.
Sure.
Can you imagine he just reaches over, grabs the bacon back?
The muddy ass bacon.
Give me that fucking bacon.
There's no way he's eating it after he's been in the mud all night.
He goes back to his little abode.
Don't call it an
Sits to
abode.
finish his food.
It's a tent, my man.
So,
Yeah, it's an abode.
That's how the
Yeah, but
Myreque was living.
I stay sitting like I don't know, like what am I like 15, 20 feet away in the dirt, in the mud.
So, you've been part of the Myreque long?
A couple years now. I mostly do, well, this kind of stuff. Keeping an eye on the more remote places. Now this business in Mort'ton, however, is new. It didn't used to be a thriving city, but it was doing okay.
Did what happened here happen quickly?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it takes a while for news to travel across the swamp, because very few attempt to traverse it, and fewer succeed. But as far as I can tell, yeah, it showed up pretty suddenly, and then it just swept the whole place.
The Myreque aren't exactly equipped to handle something like this, it seems.
Handle a disease that no one fully understands? Not really.
But you want to take on the vampiric rule.
Well, no one said that was going to be easy either.
Most would say impossible.
Yes, most certainly would. It's not going to be an easy road, and it has not been for as long as Mauritania has been this way. There have always been small rebel groups. The Myreque hasn't quite passed that sort of barrier yet. They are few compared to those that rule this place, even few as they may be compared to the total population. But they fight for a good cause, of course. They fight with fire in their hearts. This is their home.
Yeah, Salami does that to me.
It lights a fire in your heart.
Yeah, I gotta take Prilosec.
Oh. Okay.
You talk as if you're not one of them.
Oh. Well, I'm not so much a fighter. I suppose I am one of them, but I don't have the skills to be on the front lines, as many of them do. I'm more useful out here.
No rebellion could possibly be built upon fighters alone.
Yeah, that's true.
Why did you join them?
Well, I don't have much else to do with my life.
Because
I have
so you're bored.
I have useful capabilities, as I'm sure you saw already, at least some. And if I can do something that will help these people, my people, then I will.
You're bored and you have skills, so you help those that so far haven't been able to help themselves very much.
Hmm.
Bored housewives of Mortania.
We'll shrug. All right, I'll start heading back for the rest of the group.
Be careful over there.
Do you know
Yeah.
where we are?
There's no, I have no clue. But I'm gonna track you guys
Yeah,
down.
you won't know. You won't be able to find their sleeping area easily, you could search for it, but you could certainly find your way back to the village.
I saw the direction that they were heading in, at least.
Okay.
But yeah, careful. There's snakes around here.
There's all sorts.
How big was the snake that bit him?
Luckily,
Was it like
most
a
of the
baby or-
animals like me. How big was the snake?
Yeah.
I don't know.
30 foot, I'm not sure.
It was probably like... I mean, it'd be big enough to, like, actually hurt you and do some damage, so, like, maybe a few inches in diameter. So pretty big snake.
Yeah, that's how I measure my snakes too, you know?
In diameter?
By diameter.
I don't know how the hell
difference,
long a
too.
snake is.
Roll a like a d10 and say it's inches or feet.
Okay.
Oh
so
my god,
let,
can you imagine
let,
10 foot
let me
snake hit
let
you?
me ask you this. You find two snakes. Okay. One of them
Okay.
is only the size around as a dime, but it's 10 feet long, and the other one is as big around as a grapefruit, but it's only 2 feet long. Which one is scarier?
The
I
long
could
one.
probably take about a
Okay.
foot or two of the 10-foot snake, but a couple inches of that 2-foot snake's gonna wreck me.
Why does
Wait,
it sound
what are we talking
inappropriate when you said that? Wait. I'm gonna be honest with you though. The long, tenderly snake would creep me out more, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but which one do you think would be more likely to injure you?
See, I wouldn't even
the
consider that.
chonky
It's
boy.
not like
The
spiders,
thick
you know?
one, right?
The chonky boy would put me
My
in the bed
argument
for a
being
couple days.
the width of the snake has more bearing on how dangerous it is.
Not
Yeah.
I disagree. Creepy factor plays in a
But we're
lot
talking
with
about
snakes.
when
Alright.
when whoever
So-
was
This
asking
little
how big it
shoelace
was.
snake-
Okay, but
Dude,
by
the
that
shoelace snake could
logic,
kill you easily.
by that logic, DM, a snake that is spherical, entirely spherical,
Yes,
would be a
a
tremendous threat to you.
spherical snake.
It wouldn't matter on the leg. It could be a girthy boy. It could be like a 3-inch diameter, right?
Okay, someone needs to make that. Someone needs to make this spherical
Like
snake
it's
as a
probably
monster.
not going to find its way to you, but if someone's like throwing these bad boys, that's a huge threat, right? Like because of how thick
Okay,
it
that's
is.
actually
By
a great boss fight for like
by
a
that
platforming
logic,
game.
DM,
It's like
by
a
that
jungle
logic?
boss.
No,
I
Snake
don't
bombs.
even know anymore.
make a stat block. We'll figure it out.
Alright. I'm good at that.
Yeah, I'm good at that. Yeah,
I may not be a good DM, but I am good at making stat blocks.
Yeah, I might not be a good DM either.
the fuck.
I don't have a follow up.
It makes you guys feel better. I'm still thinking about the squake.
About what?
A square snake.
Oh, square snake.
No, it's a squake. We don't have to use
Okay.
long words here.
So, I think if Oz wandered around for a few hours, he could probably find the sleeping area, or he could go to the village and wait for them to show up, assuming that they would show up there at some point during the morning.
I think they would probably end up back at the village. I will
Probably the easier way.
I will scout out the town with like keeping my distance from anything dangerous, but scouting out the town as much as I can.
Yeah. Again, you see that there are several of these afflicted people wandering about. Not really doing anything of interest. They sort of like meander in like almost like they're sleepwalking. They're like pretending to do stuff, but not actually doing anything meaningful.
While we wait for our most vital member, did Dermo understand that his strength was drained?
Yeah.
By the
Yeah,
thing?
you felt you would very clearly feel a significant weakness in yourself.
But like weakness as in like strength weakness, or did I just feel like ill, like, oh, I can't lift up stuff as easily?
Both?
Well, because what I'm asking leads to a secondary point.
What's
So
the
I guess it
secondary
makes,
point?
well, he wants to increase his strength, even if it doesn't actually, but he notices that that's a point of weakness and would want to improve it if he knew it was specifically strength based.
Okay. I feel like this is more of a meta question than a roleplay question.
Yeah, this is a Facebook question actually.
Oh, by the way, your strength scores will go back to normal now that you've rested.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. That has nothing to do with the point I'm getting to.
Yeah.
So the answer is
I'm not sure I understood the question.
He's trying to find a way to increase his strength stat.
no, not actually, no. So does Dermo understand that the whatever drained his strength made him weaker? Like
Yeah.
okay. So like for instance, if you get bitten by a snake, you don't know you have venom in your veins. You just know the
You would-
immediate effects.
You would.
If you didn't know what venom
so
was.
you would feel the symptoms, and having known that you were bitten by a snake, you could probably pretty easily infer. Oh,
Not if you didn't know
yeah,
what a snake was.
I probably.
This is a zombie thing that I've never seen before. So
Right. So
yeah.
if you didn't know, if you didn't expect that to happen, you would probably infer like, oh, it's an undead creature. It attacked me in a weird way, and now I feel very unnormal. It was probably due to that.
Look, I'm just trying to get to a Dermo Rocky moment, okay? Could Dermo do some push-ups?
You want him to work out?
Yeah. Well, I think he weighs too much to actually do push-ups, so he can try and fail and then give up.
Okay, sounds good.
It's January 2nd here, okay?
Let's see. Any RP or stuff to do for the rest of the party before heading back to the village?
If Zephylos does something, I'll do something. But if not, then we can keep going.
No, I'm good to head to the village.
Yeah, let's get in there and get what. I mean, while we're in the village, I'll RP with him. Like, I'll talk with him because he said he's uncovered something. I'm curious what he's found.
So you return to the village and you find Oz waiting around at the outside of the.
You look like shit,
outside.
dude.
Absolutely fucking
He's
caked.
covered in
You
mud,
look and smell like shit, dude.
but
I'll
his
just
breath
repeat
smells
that.
like bacon.
I'll smell. You find meat? Is that meat? You smell like shit, but I smell meat.
A wizard gave me some.
A wizard gave you meat.
Yeah, while I was hiding in the mud.
You're covered in mud, and a wizard approached you, and I want to meet this meat magician. If you ever see him
You
again.
already did. You met him
Oh,
yesterday.
that guy gave you meat?
Yeah.
The
Is
guy
that
you were
what
trying
he
to steal a
said the
tent
whole
from? Oh, I said that out loud. My bad, dude.
Wait. So he was pinching a tent and then gave you meat?
Yes.
Cool. No more questions. I guess Zephylos read the book that we found the other day? Or the journal? He says that the city might have some secrets, so we're heading back in. Maybe we could find a bucket of water while we're in there.
Perhaps. This is good camouflage, though.
I'm gonna say, yeah, it looks great. They could smell you very far away, though. You got a lot of mud in your hair, buddy.
One
Like
with the
eyeballing
swamp.
it. One with the swamp. Swamp man good, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just reading over the book one more time to make sure that I read it right.
It's quite a read.
A page turner.
Yeah, it's a real page turner, but also there's a lot of like small details in there that may or may not be important.
It's basically like he did trial and error, and I'm trying to like make a list of all the things that worked and the things that didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really what it is.
I just found in the group notes we have counters for times Khan has been knocked unconscious by moving furnishings. 2. Times Zephylos has knocked himself unconscious.
Right.
1. Times Zephylos has knocked someone else unconscious. 1. We gotta make sure we keep those updated.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to
In
increment.
case some more floating furniture shows up. And Khan shows up at the same time.
I don't know. Shab was RPing some very con influenced Jared earlier, I think.
Kind of.
What I do?
Um,
I mean, I'm like, he's really low intellect, is what I keep doing. So like, they fit theme.
yeah.
What did I do though that reminded you of Khan? I guess.
Oh God. When you guys were the interacting with the wizard. Hi.
Yeah, right. just say hello to him. Like, all right, I'll just say hello to him.
And then a little bit at the beginning of that conversation as well. Just I was getting some strong con vibes.
Right, fair. I think we all miss Khan and Daishu a little bit.
Yeah.
Soon. Who knows?
When we both actually have time.
Right, to sit down and like play and get them figured out, and bring them back. Be fun. I like where Jared's going though. I like Ozzy's. They're starting to flesh out a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So in the city.
Yeah.
Do we find what we're looking for? What are we looking for, Zephylos? And did we ask if Dermo had any?
Yeah, so the herb we're specifically looking for is Terramin.
I'll look at Dermo. You got any Terramin, big boy?
Would I know there's Terramin, or do I just know that they're planty herbs?
You have a herbalism kit proficiency, right?
I believe so, but let me verify.
Yeah, you've heard of this herb.
Do I have any?
No.
What?
It's not an herb that's typically used in healing potions, which is primarily what you've been occupied with trying to find.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll say, what else do we need?
I'll ask if any of the other ones I have in my hands would work, though.
Wait, one more time?
I'm verifying if any of the other herbs I have would do.
No, I need Terramin specifically. That's the only one that seemed to have stuck.
Do we know where we can get any Dermo? You're as close to nature as we're gonna get.
I will defer to the DM on that question if Dermo would know that.
What was the question?
Would Dermo know where to find Terramin?
It's a place that's typical for them.
It's not too rare an herb. So if you went looking for it, you could probably find some.
Maybe
Especially in a swamp.
Maybe Bacon
Um,
Man knows where
You
you can
may
find them.
also be able to find, knowing that it is a relatively common ingredient in some potions. You might be able to find some also at the apothecaries.
Well, I have a few options for you if you're interested.
Mhm.
I could go out and find some while I search for mushrooms, or you could check the apothecary.
Well, I wanted to go to the apothecary anyways. I want to see if maybe I can find some of the serum that he was working on.
Well, I'm gonna go look for mushrooms, so while you do that, if I come across any, I'll bring some back with me. And I will go to search for mushrooms.
We've all been there. No? Okay.
No, I have a plug, I don't need to search. It's called Walmart. They sell them in like these little plastic containers.
On your walls?
Yeah, Walmart.
Huh?
That's crazy.
Could Dermo try and find some mushrooms though in the swamp?
Yeah. You can do checks like what kind of mushrooms do you look for?
Oh, only the best. The mustiest of rooms, DM.
Like edible mushrooms?
Genuinely any mushrooms.
Any
If it
mushrooms.
mushes, I room it. Okay.
Every
It's-
mushroom's edible, whether or not
It is trivial to find any mushroom given a bit of time.
Could I
So,
bring a basket
won't
before I
even
go,
require
knowing
a
that I
check.
find a lot of them? I would have brought like a small basket or like bought one from a store or something
Yeah,
to
you
carry
probably
them.
have a spare like bag or something, a small bag.
I want to collect a shit ton of mushrooms and then bring them back. And
Yeah, okay.
while I'm doing that, can I search for specifically Terramin?
Yes. For that you can make was it survival check?
Yes, I can. No, I can't.
Ooh, nope. You don't find any after searching for a few hours.
Yep, and I will go back home empty-handed.
Dermo, I guess he would be out for a while. So Zephylos, what are you doing in the meantime?
So I want to get into the apothecary, right?
Uh-huh.
Is there a lot of Walking Dead out here?
Yeah, they're still there.
Are they making moves at any of us when we walk in?
They ignore you. They seem to ignore you as long as you stay several feet away from them.
You know, just like women, am I right?
Yikes.
Prince.
Are you married? Don't you have a daughter?
Yeah, aren't you married with a kid? What women do you need to get close to? Definitely not your wife.
Yeah, considering I'm 200 miles away from her at all times.
Oof.
That's travel life for you. Hashtag depression.
Yeah, you were looking for the hashtag, but we were looking with you.
What were we talking about?
Mushrooms and apothecaries.
Yeah, mushrooms.
He went to the apothecary and stayed several
Yeah,
feet away
so-
from monsters.
It should be relatively easy to get into there without attracting the attention of the afflicted.
Okay.
Yeah, when he goes in, I'm gonna start looking for like shadows.
Around
That's
the town.
Yeah, I'm also gonna keep watch, make sure nothing sneaks up on.
Yeah.
You can each make perception checks.
Sure. Oz is there outside the apothecary though.
Yes. And also my tab is dead.
I did a blind check, so you can tell me if you want.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Or actually, I'm just gonna keep it blind. It's more fun when I don't know how well I did.
Jared, you can see that there are not a lot that you notice. Not as many as you some of the party members would have noticed the previous day. You only spot like 2 wandering around the village, but not near the apothecary.
Where are they roaming around?
Mostly within the sort of village limits. They also kind of just meander about. It's unclear what they're trying to accomplish.
Yeah. What do you think they want, Oz?
Sorry, are you referring to the afflicted or the shadows?
We're both kind of looking at the for shadows, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm keeping an eye open for anything that may want.
I mean, the afflicted. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they won't mess with you unless you mess with them.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for shadows because those have actively messed with us.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea. Never seen anything like it.
Hey, there it is. You guys both rolled 15.
Oh, did we? What nearby buildings are next to the apothecary? If it's low on shadows, I mean, I'm dumb enough to let my guard down and venture out a little bit.
Yeah, there is one that has been so dilapidated that you're not really sure what it used to be. There is another that looks like it could have been a small residence that held maybe 2 people.
Okay.
There is a third that looked like it was a bit bigger, and it looked like it could have maybe been a store of some kind. It's like tables and stuff.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out some loose tobacco and a rolling paper, and Jibble will jump out and come up onto my shoulder. Is anything going on when he does that? Is he pretty normal? Is he feeling all right? I guess.
He
I don't
seems
know.
normal.
Okay. I'm gonna roll the cigarette over my bag so that any loose tobacco falls in, and I'm gonna be looking into my bag the whole time, right?
Mm-hmm.
If anything strange going on while I'm rolling it, I'm like the shadows with the bag, anything going on?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna light it up and I'll tell Oz like I'm gonna go check out this building over here. If you see anything strange, just holler, I guess.
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
My phone is right about to die. I'm going to have to hop off in just a minute.
Okay.
I'm at 4%.
Yeah, we could probably wrap up here too.
Usually I'm tired by now, but I'm actually okay.
But yeah, let me run through my 3 favorites real quick, just to so I can hop off here real quick. Obviously, Tent Shenanigans is favorite. Sorry for anyone else who was going to pick that. Favorite thing from DM is always the lore, things like that. Giving us books to read. Things like that are cool, and definitely add to the layers of things I will put to the side and forget about tomorrow, and then have to reread again 4 more times. And then Dermo doesn't do anything, so favorite thing he does is beat Dermo.
Fair. favorite thing that that Jared did, I think, was the interaction with Paddlehorn. Honestly, I think my favorite was actually the whole bit with the tent and like tripping over just the laying down. Oh, he's gone.
There he goes.
Bye, August.
Bye.
Tripping over the prone Oz trying to quote unquote steal a tent. Which was great. Something that someone else did that I think was my favorite thing was, in fact, the I liked the crocodile just doing the hissing and like us going back and forth and being like, see, you know, like, what do you think? Right. And then me and Zephylos arguing about what was it? I don't even remember. Something with the interaction after we scared away Paddlehorn, right? But I like that. And then something the DM did was the kind of silent behind the workings during the long rests. We were spread out a little bit, so you were like replying to DMs and then like situating what was going on with Oz and the snake bite and the discussion with what around snake, and that was a good bit right there. I thought we're definitely gonna see like grenade snakes at some point. I feel like that's a nightmare that I brought up on us, but that's fine. I can live with that. But those are my favorites, I think. Crocodile Druid is my favorite Dermo stage yet.
I'll go next. Favorite thing that somebody did. We had some good RP moments here where Jared attempted to do something that was like a little risky, but I guess objectively would have been helpful. But it ended up failing. And then we had this really interesting, I thought, RP moment where it was like, oh, well, like you got into like an argument.
For how we would have
and
handled it better, yeah.
There was at least a little reason on both sides of that argument.
Well done.
At least a little. So for a moment there, I was like, I don't know who's right.
That was fun.
Like from Zephylos' point of view, is like, oh yeah, obviously, like that was a dumb idea. But like, from Jared's side, I guess
sound like I'm an idiot. Obviously,
I guess kind of.
I don't know who he is. He's casting.
It was probably a bad idea, but if it had worked, it would have maybe been helpful. So I don't know.
Right. And I didn't really know what was going on either, so it was a gamble for me.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun.
Then something that I did, I liked the way that I had Myreque react to that. I was definitely not expecting him to have hostile magic used against him. So I was just like, shit, what does he do? I guess he would try to run away, so I was like,
sand.
Oh, shit, like, oh, look at his spell list. Okay, yep, we'll do that, and then we'll wild shape into something small. And then he got a nat 20 on his stealth check.
Yeah, we heard it.
So he slipped away.
That was fun. I like the frog. That was cool. It was appropriate.
Yep.
Alright. Next.
He's awake.
I'm still awake, yeah.
Okay.
My favorite thing I did was I liked criticizing and giving hell to Jared for casting magics on a friendly.
Friendly, quote unquote, right? We're using that real loose because we don't know the guy.
I did thoroughly enjoy chewing him out for that.
I thoroughly enjoyed giving my counter argument, which was obviously founded in low intelligence. He magically took your helmet off, man. I don't know who he is. I did that. I didn't know you could do that. It was good. It was dumb.
Speaking of favorite thing another player did, I like the shenanigans with specifically you doing the invisibility stuff to like support his dreams of
Stealing it.
getting the tent.
I am here for the dumbest parts of every story. I don't care what
For
story
sure.
is. I remember somewhere in the beginning of this campaign, Zach once, I think it was Zach at least, said that a good story has to go somewhere, and I strongly disagree. We've had a great story here in the
Yeah,
campaign so
and
far,
hey-
and we've gone fucking nowhere.
Our
We have
combat
gone-
doesn't go anywhere, and Zach loves that.
Well, Zach loves our combat encounters because we don't have any anymore.
It's like spices. You want some to keep things interesting, but too
Yeah.
much is just overwhelming.
It's like, yeah, all
I don't
these
know, some
encounters,
people use a lot of spices.
all these encounters are like spices, and combat is like actual spice. So you just don't want to cook with it, because it'll fuck your session up.
Yeah.
It was fun though.
Yeah. We
Oh,
have a
definitely.
good time here.
We do.
And
we
my
have a blast.
favorite GM thing, just before I forget, is probably definitely the journal. Is this like from RS, or is this like homemade?
Most of the, like, most of the wording is from the actual journal from the video game, but I changed a lot of the numbers such that the solution to like the antidote is different, and I think maybe a little bit more complicated.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
Because I haven't done this quest in a million forever.
But yeah,
So-
most of the wording I think is the same, actually.
But okay, then other than that, since shamelessly ripped from the video game, second side thing, I really liked this NPC, and I liked specifically about
Ooh,
it.
the snake.
No, the not the snake.
The poisonous snake?
The non-venomous snake.
Not
Yeah,
the poisonous
he was-
snake.
He wasn't venomous because he was poisonous. Is why.
Right. True. No, the shapeshifting dude was cool.
Yeah, that
and
was fun.
yeah, I liked that he was able to forgive us, even though we blatantly tried to cast the worst cantrip against him.
Friends?
Cantrip.
Friends
dude.
is to be called enemies because
If
they
it's-
know you
look,
cast it.
True Strike is the worst cantrip.
No. Hear me out. True Strike has one niche use. Okay.
For when
Friend.
somebody has cast shield, I guess you would use I don't know.
Friends, let me tell you, because they
We're
know
back
you
more
did it
pals.
after it's done, after the minute, any progress you've made is just undone.
Here's
Yeah.
here's my counter argument to that. Are you ready?
Yeah, it probably would have made the situation worse,
Hear
even
me
if it
out though.
succeeded.
Hear me out though. In my argument here is in a world full of magic where a cantrip is likely to be had by any first level adventurer, anyone who's now got the spark of heroism and now has the ability to cast magic and stuff. Anyone has the ability to have friendship. I would see it at worst as a distasteful handshake. It's such a common occurrence in the world of magic. Oh, you're casting. Okay, yep. It's probably something you know that's going on and you probably likely go along with, and that's why the DC is so low. If you fail it, it's like, oh, you try to get. Okay, you're just trying to be friends with me. I don't know what your intent is, but you're trying to be friends with me. Like, you know what I mean? That's how I see it. Like, if I'm coming with ill intent and trying to be friends, then after you realize it, then it's like, oh, you want something from me. But if I'm just trying to be friendly out the door with no, like, preface for my intent, I don't think it would come off as bad as my point. Does that make sense?
Well, here's the thing:
No.
if you don't have bad intentions, why would you use the gaslighting spell? You
Because
know?
we're in the middle of a swamp and you just took my buddy's helmet off with magic and I'm not trying to fight you. I'm sticking to that. I'm dying on the helmet thing.
Okay. That's like me
You know-
casting charm person on you to have a civil conversation. I'm not doing that. I
Yeah,
have
but
a
we're
reason
not
I'm starting
friends.
you.
We just work together.
Well, I'm just saying in general. But I have strong opinions about the friend spell.
Well, you are
It's not
saying
how
in
you use
general,
it, just the spell in general.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, like, in a world of magic, I don't think it'd be a thing that is like, oh, he's trying to be my friend. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, you're trying to do that. What do you want? You know what I mean? It's like, it'd probably be like, what's your point? What are you getting at?
Well,
Kind of thing.
Yeah,
They'd be
spell doesn't make
upset with
sense,
you,
though.
but
It's
they
just-
wouldn't be. Who's mad about having a friend? I guess.
Well, it makes you suggestible. Right?
Yes, as what it does, but it doesn't say you're bad or good. It's just like what it now. It now gives the opportunity for that NPC to be like, "What's I have to do an insight? What's going on here? What's this person's intent?" Right. Whereas if you just walk up, there probably isn't that to begin with. But Jared's already kind of a sketchy dude, so he just assumes everyone's thinking the worst of him. That's probably just how anyone from Canifis feels, though. Just a sketchy place. The meat's okay, though. Decent group of hunters. Butchers are solid.
They're alright.
They're alright.
Oh my gosh! So in the spell itself, it literally says when it ends, they become hostile towards you.
Oh,
Like, they
does it really?
immediately-
Yes, it
Yeah.
does. It's very
Oh,
clear
man.
about that.
That would have
It's
been
very
great.
clear. Like people don't like being like mind controlled.
Yeah, they even made it explicit, unlike with some. Although I guess this is one of the few that like
That seems silly, though.
alerts the target to what happened.
It is a cantrip, though. It probably
Yeah,
works on
that's-
like non-magical people.
That's why. It's because
Shitballs.
charm, even the most basic charm spell, like charm
Charm,
person, that's a limited resource. You could just use this whenever, so that's the drawback.
Oh, it does have components, but yeah, they're not expensive.
But the
Does it have a consumable component?
this spell
I think
literally
it's. Does it? I want to say it did. Maybe it
No,
does.
no, it's got a non-GP value component.
Okay. Gotcha.
But this
Oh,
is
I
the
was
whole
looking at
reason the
invisibility.
enchantment wizard exists, because I think their capstone is like spells that like make people realize they've been charmed no longer have that clause.
Is that the enchantment wizard feature?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's their capstone.
I never really was enthused by that subclass.
Well, that ability is really good. The rest of it is mediocre.
Oh, is there first
Yeah,
ability
literally
like, oh,
it-
you can charm multiple things, or what's this one?
Hypnotic gaze. It's like an action you can take to like
Oh, this
charm
is like
people
yeah,
without a
this
spell.
is- mhm.
No, but Alter Memory is
I
the
was thinking
14th level
something
one.
else.
It's the good one.
Yeah,
It's
but
like-
nobody plays at 14th level.
I can dream Herald.
That's like when I'm like writing these subclasses that I've been working on. It's like I have to spend all this time writing like 14th level features that like nobody's ever gonna use.
I had a level 20 campaign. Like, it does happen.
I guess.
It only happens when you make it happen. That's the trick. Is you just don't make it happen, and then it doesn't.
Don't make it happen.
Anyway, did everyone go yet?
I still got mine.
Zach, go ahead. Or Dan, you were finished, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Zach, go ahead.
So my favorite thing that the GM did was just casually, hey, you want some bacon?
I think I had to get the point across that like, while this guy, well, I guess you don't know how powerful he is, but he's not stupid.
No.
And also, I guess Oz wasn't there when he said that his friends would be watching you guys.
No.
But that may or may not be how he knew that you were there. But also, you got attacked by an animal in the middle of the night, so that
Fair.
might have alerted him.
He's like, oh, there's a guy out there. Cool.
Regardless, just the way that you had him approach that was pretty great. I like that.
Mhm.
My favorite thing that another player did was my companions gestures to a crocodile.
Yeah, the crocodile, so good. He should have kept going with it. I really do think he should have kept it, but it's so good.
it was one of my better moments, that's for sure.
That was a good one, yeah.
And my favorite thing that I did was, even though I mostly did it for the memes, was going camping out for a tent.
Mm-hmm. Worth.
I mean, I generally like the main reason I was doing that was because I wanted to see if I could follow him back to the Myreque
Mm-hmm.
if they were close by. But if not, maybe get some some info on him. But I
Yeah,
also, if he was gonna just abandon it, I was absolutely gonna take that 10.
Hell yeah. Free tent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are my 3.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, good session.
Good beans, good beans.
I will be seeing you guys next week.
Sounds good. Thank you for the game.
Yep.
Yep. Thanks
Thanks for
for
playing.
having us.
Bye
GG.
bye.
Later.
Bye.